I'm sorry. All right, guys. This is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. And thank you for your patience. Like, I swear to God, it's like this laptop is like being in Atlanta traffic. You were 2 fucking minutes from the building, but somebody decides to get in a car accident right before you get there, and it just holds everything up. That's how this laptop is. I mean, I've had it since 2015, and I've dropped it a couple times also. Yeah, it might be time for me to face it. I might have to get a new piece of equipment. I mean, this is one that truly, genuinely made me late this time. I'm sitting over here like, come on, load, god damn it, load. And it's like, I don't know, we got this Microsoft Teams thing on here too, which slows the operations down because it's like, my daughter has to go to virtual school on this thing too. So, hell. But anyway, welcome to another Saturday night here at BMBBH. I am your host, Kev. And thank you for stopping by once again. You could have been anywhere else, but hey, you decided to stop by here tonight, and we're going to have an interesting, fun, yet, I don't know, informative motherfucking conversation. So thank you for tuning in, and let me call out this super chat right here. Peace out to Rogish the Build Monger. Thank you for your support once again, brother. And he's friend of this channel and of the habitual line steppers. So long live the habitual line steppers. He says, peace to the chat. A cat is quite eager to rock with this particular segment of BMBBH. So I guess if Rogish, if you're still in the building, I'll go ahead and drop the link and we can get this party started. Shout out to Ike Ojiamine, Black Light Revelations 2, we hear miss yesterday. Sometimes life happens, man. We gotta do stuff, man. That's very important to our very existence. And one of those important things that we do to our very existence is exercise. and exercise that primarily keeps us healthy. It keeps us happy, keeps us energetic, winded, and all this other stuff. Keep us looking good, feeling good. So let me go ahead and let me drop this link real quick. I was too busy trying to rush to get on here. And I don't apologize for much, but I will apologize for my stupid laptop this time. So, thanks for being patient with me, and thanks for sticking with me, even though I was very functionally late, but it ain't like I'm the most on-time person anyway. How you doing, Toya? Shout out. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. And there's the link. So, Rogish, you want to go ahead and come up? Or anybody particular in the chat right now wants to come up? Let's go and get this party started now, because I'm about to screen share here in a minute. I ain't gonna be able to see anything, see anyone come up. So, thing on here, so we can see exactly what we're all talking about. So several of my friends are also on the air tonight. People that are Black manosphere. So I always feel like that. That's a win when several of us are on at one time, spreading the good word that there are some things that definitely need to be fixed, and this is why I'm doing this broadcast, because this is something that we cannot let get out of control. And a lot of people, and it's I mean, not a lot of people. There's a lot of things that are going on with the media that is encouraging this kind of thing, and it's right. I'm gonna read that comment saying that it's very dangerous to push this kind of narrative on our people. All right. So, what's going on, Rogish?
Peace, fam. I was enjoying your monologue, man. I like the way y'all open these up.
Oh yeah. But Marco Lynn is talking about I'll come up later. Well, I can't wait for this one.
Oh, really? Yeah, please.
Yeah, man. But I go. Yeah,
Entra,
I'll go ahead and
entra.
continue with my monologue, but let me go ahead and share this screen. Let me go
Yeah.
ahead and share the screen real quick for everyone who is watching. And please press like on the way in, by all means. And if you have the capabilities, please share this video. If you are a content creator, me Casa Su Casa on that one. I usually use my community tab to push content creators and push certain messages, and sometimes to call out content creators as well. I feel like if you're messing with the manosphere, I feel like you're messing with something I love. So maybe you need to slow that shit down and maybe consider who the fuck you're talking about. But you know what though? I haven't seen any bitchosphere bitch about the manosphere videos today. I haven't really seen it. So you guys are doing good. Maybe but you know the old saying: "There's always tomorrow."
You're knocking down all the nails, huh?
Yeah. Dude, it's about time, man. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I have a sense of adventure. I don't like when people come on my set. And especially on platforms like this, you can make it fun without being offensive or violating any community standards. You just got
Definitely.
to be creative about it. But I'm just gonna touch on this here for a second, and then we're gonna get fully winded into this discussion. Let me look one more time, make sure ain't nobody else trying to come up. Okay, cool. Yeah. So I posted this in my community tab the other day. Actually, I've been seeing it posted on Facebook, but I got this particular screenshot from the brother at Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews.
Okay.
He posted it. So I'm sitting up here looking at this, and I'm reading the cover, and I'm sitting up there like, hell no, I mean, that's no. This is one thing about BWs. Y'all have got to stop letting the media do this to you. They put this standard of beauty for you up here. We're gonna get into that talking point too. They put this standard of beauty up here for you, and then you blame black men for whatever standard of beauty you think we're going with, because there are plenty of brothers that do not find this attractive. Now, to be fair, there are plenty of brothers that do find this attractive, that do find this sexy. But the sexy part is not what we're talking about tonight. We're talking about the healthy part.
Exactly. Yeah.
Healthy. Now, this is not healthy. This is not healthy. It is not. They may have some agility. They may be kind of freaky in bed or whatever. But as far as overall health, this is. And I mean, like, I'm not even talking about from an internal standpoint.
Right.
Because if I'm not mistaken, obesity is one of the #1 killers among Black Americans.
Yeah.
I'm talking about from a outside healthy standpoint. What if this person has to run from danger?
Thank you. Nobody ever put it in that perspective.
Yeah. I'm talking. People don't put it in that perspective because they're afraid they're teetering on the line of body shaming. And we used to do growing up, and it didn't drive people to suicide. We used to body shame all the time, but we did that because we wanted the person to do better. Oh yeah, and plus, try to make the person feel bad too. Make fun of them. I mean, there were cruel agendas in all of that, but the underlying fact is that if you did not want to get made fun of, or you did not want to get left behind, you kept yourself up.
Right. Yes. That was probably maybe 3 obese children back in the 80s in any school or something like that.
Yes.
Maybe.
Yeah. And there were some obese children I went to school with.
Yeah.
Like growing up. Guess where a couple of them are right now? Maybe about 4 or 5 of them. Guess where they are right now?
I see you dead.
In the grave. In the grave.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, they will have awesome personalities. I mean, for real. And I'm not talking about just these are not just females too. I'm talking about males too. They will have awesome personalities.
Right.
But they had trouble getting around. It's like they go up one flight of steps and they're out of breath.
And you're in the South too. So the thing is, weight like that is actually considered cultural.
Yeah, I mean, and there's some, like I said, it's nothing sexual because there are guys that do prefer big women.
Right.
There are. Let me look at this screen, make sure ain't nobody trying to come in. Okay, just bear with me. Thank you. And for those coming in, please hit that like button on the way in. And some of you are probably going to hit the dislike button on this one too. I fully expect because I'm going to be saying a lot of shit tonight. Because this is unacceptable. This is
Mm-hmm.
unacceptable. Like I said, they complain that black men have our own kind of beauty standard of beauty that we have, and I'll try to show some examples of that tonight of what I think as a black man beautiful is physically, outward appearance. We're not talking about personality because you really honestly can't read a personality from a picture. Some of us
Right.
can, if you look at the eyes close enough and the facial stuff, but it's not like you can get a whole lot of personality from a picture. I mean, the picture is more so to look at and for looks. And when I see something, and okay, let's read this cover. It says, "This is healthy." Are you fucking kidding me?
It's impressive. It's impressive.
Impressive.
Yeah.
What? That she can grab her foot and
Yeah, that's impressive. I mean, well, okay, so the thing is, I've been done personal training, and back when I was like 24 or something, and I got my start. I worked with the severe obese people, and we talking 100, 200 pounds overweight and shit. And the thing was, they could do everything that my fit folks could do. The thing is, they just didn't like doing it to the point to where it affected their weight like that. But you got to think about it. When a motherfucker is that big, most of that shit is actually muscle. It's just big fat cells. It's not a lot of fat cells. It's just bigger fat cells. But most of that shit is motherfucking muscle. And when they, put their shit to it, they can actually do shit like this. But it's like, all right, but wait a minute, like you said, what if you need to run for something? You know what I'm saying? You ain't standing still trying to catch the bus, bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Or whatever,
And I mean, if you fight, you better finish somebody quickly, or you better trip them up and fall on them.
Yeah.
Because that you gonna be gassed if that motherfucker can like do a couple moves, and.
I don't know, man. So the thing is the whole thing is the standard, right? It's like
Mm,
they aren't the ones setting the standard. That standard is being set for them, and they're just filling in the position, not taking into consideration, what their actual health needs to be. You know what I'm saying? Like that big, no woman needs to be that damn big. I don't give a damn what position she can get in. That's that muscle doing that work. But what about all that extra fat? What about all that extra weight? You know?
yeah, man. I mean, it takes. I mean, it takes a lot to carry that around. I mean, that's why some of the people are. Some of them are pretty strong because they are walking weight.
All right.
So I mean, as long as they move, but if they sit down, it's just gonna be more and more and more. It's like that's why I mean, for real though. I mean, and people who have their people who have their motion and mobility should take advantage of it and try to be in the best shape possible.
Right.
Because what I see in life sometimes is that you see people who were like they like take a professional athlete that
Okay.
breaks his neck or breaks his back.
Okay.
Them people wish they could be moving around, but they can't. And you know what happens to their bodies? What once was muscle will reduce the fat, and then they just gain that weight. It
And you know what the
explodes.
fucked up part is with the professional athletes? They maintain an eating regimen, especially if they linemen. They don't stop that shit.
Oh yeah, they got to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's like I said, it has its drawbacks. Number one, there are not going to be, even though there are, like I said, as far as the look of health, this, like I said, this doesn't look happy. This doesn't look healthy. I mean, for real.
But see,
And no matter how much you try to push that this is attractive, uh, people at the end of the day are going to decide there for themselves, no matter how much you try to shame them into doing so.
the thing is this. All right, so I got to ask the question. Why the hell do you think black women fall for the programming that they fall for so easily?
Because it's fake validation, and they take it as real validation.
Yeah.
It's nothing that they're trying to make it to where there is nothing that we can tell them as black men. Period. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, ever since the beginning of feminism, is pulling the black woman away from the black man. Now the black man is going to say, now your brutally honest, truthful black man is going to say, "Hey, you fat."
Yeah.
Is no way around it. And I mean, they made the words "you fat" instead of making it okay, like making it sound like you're below standard. They're making it to where it sounds cruel
Do you think the
and
chick?
heartless.
Do you think this chick in the picture got children?
Hmm.
Because I think they use that, I got kids thing as a
Oh yeah, of
an
course.
excuse to well, I got kids and then I
Women
got
in my
this.
family have
So,
used it. Women in my family have used it.
yeah.
I got kids. I can never quite bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
but
got kids. I'm too busy, and it's
I'm
like,
big.
but wait a
I'm big
minute.
bone. This is genetic. My family. We supposed to be big.
It's
I
my
heard that.
thyroid, bitch. You ain't got all that shit the matter with you.
Yeah.
Why your ass just can't go walk around the track like an old motherfucker?
Oh
All you
yeah,
gotta do.
you can walk. You can walk. I mean, if you can run your mouth, you can walk your feet.
There you go.
Yeah. I mean, damn. And then like get angry and violently aggressive when you tell them that they need to cut that bullshit out. Now, now, let's flip genders on this for a second.
Okay.
What if that was a fat man? Like they don't push fat black men as healthy at all.
Not at all.
No,
Never.
no, don't get me wrong. They should.
Mm-hmm.
As a black man, no, don't push no fat black man as healthy because that's still unhealthy.
Right.
No, Patrice O'Neal, where's he now?
Ah, you motherfucker. You had to go there with it.
I mean, I'm sorry, man. I'm
That's the
sorry.
hero,
Yeah,
nigga.
he is the hero, man. I mean,
Ah, but you right though.
he used to destroy feminists.
He did, but you know what? He did it. He did it to himself, but he was honest saying that he wasn't going to change it because he just didn't want to do the work, and that's what it is. That's the sad part. People don't want to do the work. They either get that age shit in their head and they think that, oh, hey, I'm too old, or in the aspect of dealing with chicks, it's my kids, or I'm too busy, and it's like, wait a minute. I asked, how much TV do you watch? Or they ain't gonna tell you. They ain't gonna tell you a number. That's direct. So you gotta ask them, what do you watch? And then see what the duration of that motherfucker is, and see if the culture of them taking that shit in is dealing with some binging shit. And then you find out, man, you basically be spending about, 6 hours every day on motherfucking TV. You can take an hour out of that shit, get your big ass and to do some motherfucking moving or something, you know?
Yeah, I mean, like, and let's not make this like this broadcast is going to be brutal, and so that's just a fair warning to people because we live in a climate of social justice and sensitivity and community standards, so it's going to be a lot said. But what I'm saying right now is that this is not attractive, and don't let anybody sway you into believing that this is attractive. And I mean, like, and people pretty much got their own opinion for themselves. It's like, and I can't say what the next guy likes. Some guys like them big. I mean,
Yeah, but what percentage of brothers you think is actually
I mean,
rocking?
well, it's well, well, where I'm from, like it's slapped like in the heart of the South. Uh, I've seen quite a few
Uh,
brothers with some big women. I mean, and some of them used to be small, kind of thick. But what a lot of these brothers didn't do was look at these girls' mothers. You know,
yep.
yeah.
Tu
I mean,
madre.
no, what they were thinking was big booty, and she can do her thing, and then once she has a kid, then it's like,
Yeah. So whoop, 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 whoop. No, what's the Mario shit?
yeah, man. And I yeah, man. And I mean, and like I said, it's quite a few women that I went to high school with. They were all slender, they were all fine and sexy, stuck up, and then
Mhm.
it's like once they left high school, you come back a few years later, you go to the drugstore to pick up some deodorant, and you see them. Yeah, yeah, the two Stewie Griffin with the two. Like, and I mean, I help no form of any kind of personal gratification for that or personal pleasure for seeing that. I was like, you go, girl. Shit, you was second attended at homecoming. Like, what happened? What happened?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, so
My
it's
brother
like,
went to his 20-year reunion. I ain't go to mine, and and all the chicks that was fine. It's like, whoa, he came out with pictures. I'm like, damn, cuz she was fine in the room. And then it's just, I guess they locked into that baby boy and working, and then I guess that's it. Yeah. But the thing is, okay, so let's say they're convinced that this is healthy, right? They're convinced that it's sexy. They're convinced that it's attractive. The
They
thing
can be
is,
convinced about it all they want, but go ahead.
yeah, they are convinced about it, right? But but the thing is, what do you think? Okay, so and they know what sexy and attractive is. They understand that. They have the earlier foundation of understanding before they fall into this bullshit that their sister is going into. So what is it that you think they're able to fool themselves about with this particular body size to tell themselves, well, I still have as much attractability as I had when I didn't have all this.
Okay. Well, Judge Killer the Beast.
Good,
What's
good
going
with the
on?
beats, everybody.
Kev, thanks for having me up, Roguish. Look, man, you're hedging, man. You're holding that fence up, man. You're holding that fence up, man. You know damn well, as soon as you walk away from that fence, it's falling over. You only standing there while the people are touring the property, man.
Look, I ain't trying to be super black pill with it. You know what I'm saying? God damn, you gotta give a couple of inches, Judge.
Hey, all right, I need you to stand in front of that hole in the wall. I need you.
Judge know busting up a nigga's fragility and shit.
How come the refrigerator's in the living room? Oh, we're moving that right now. We're moving that right now. Yeah, we'll get on. Yeah, as soon as you leave, we'll go ahead and put that in the truck.
All right, I'll fall back. I've been bullshitting. All right, I'll fall
Listen. I'm 6'4", every bit of $3 bills.
Right.
And I know it's not healthy.
Right.
Here's the thing. I'm not looking great in a silhouette. But god damn it, if I put on those fucking, I don't even know if I can call them yoga pants, because
yogi pants.
Oh,
man,
right, so I think those are just like compression thermals. But
that's what it is, Kev. We just charted into some different territory. So then that's because you know what, I had a homie that used to tell me, you know how I used to feel, about police. Everybody know how I feel about police, whatever. But the thing is, he was speaking, he's about 6'4" and 320 and everything. And in an aspect of him saying, seeing people talk to the police based off of their citizenry and everything, like, oh, citizen, and you work for me, and blah blah blah. He said, look, I can't do that shit. I'm 6'4", 320, whatever. I have to be as polite as I can because these motherfuckers are already looking for a reason once they see my big ass step out. So in the aspect of being big, I see that too. You so
like see, look, that's what I'm saying. I gave you my measurements, man. My neck doesn't have that roll.
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey,
like I like they can't. There's no fucking, like, your eyes work.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And as was kind of said earlier here, like, look, okay, it's because it's easy to be fat.
Right.
It's easier to be fat than it is to be fit. And again, it's a basic situation. I heard you mention, thyroid, the excuses that are given, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not saying that doesn't make things a little bit more difficult. Just like being born diabetic, right? Except that most of these people weren't born diabetic. They got it because elbow action.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Yeah. Table
you know,
muscle. You know what
everybody comes up with all of these excuses until you do one thing.
I mean?
Until you do one thing.
Get it
Until
off.
you get them to make a food journal
Right.
and have them be honest about it.
Yeah.
And you see every piece of what they're eating, how much is carbohydrate laden, sugar laden, you know, how many it comes down to the basic science of calories in, calories out. And you can maximize that formula or equation, but it's the basic equation of calories in and calories out.
So being the big cat, what's the difference of your reality and appetite as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, one of us who not on y'all level as far as
I'm
the
an emo-
size?
I am an emotional eater.
Okay.
So I eat to get dopamine kicks,
Gotcha.
or serotonin kicks rather.
Right.
Um, and so that's a problem that I have, and I don't exercise to compensate. I don't exercise enough to compensate for it.
Right. Is it primarily sweets?
Yes,
Okay.
100%.
Right.
I'm all about ice cream. I'm all about
Oh
cookies.
shit.
I'm all about the ice cream cookies and Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh
You know,
shit. Oh, you on me. This is you
There's-
you
you know,
battling trauma before it. Oh damn.
and maybe I'm able to be more honest about this because for what I'm 43 now, but
Right.
for 35 years, 34 years, I was in impeccable physical condition.
Right.
I was a D1 scholarship athlete. I had 2 years in arena football. Uh,
Yes, sir.
personal training for a little while.
Yeah.
Um, doing, I was a uh, 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 private security contractor. So
Okay.
I was in shape and fit for 34 years, you see, of
Right.
my life.
Right.
And I got some injuries, and as you said, kept eating the way I
Right.
like to eat,
Right.
but not training or exercising the way I like to train, the way
Mhm.
that I was. Um, it's what you eat. There's an old saying that people tend to bypass. Abs are made. Everybody who knows it, every fitness person knows this. Every model knows this. Every competitive bodybuilder knows this. Abs are made in the kitchen.
Exactly.
Abs are made in the kitchen. They're not made when you're working out or anything like that.
Right.
When you work out, you're only utilizing at maximum. You're only going to utilize maximum. It's only going to impact maximum 15% of your caloric intake.
Yep.
It's your resting time that's going to do more of that. And again, it's the limit. It's the limiting of putting that. Again, it's this. We've understood this process for the better part of 100 years.
Right.
Um, Sugar goes in, when you come up with complex carbohydrates to simple carbohydrates, right? They all break down to sugar.
Right.
That sugar is either used, and
Or
if it's not
stored.
used, then it's stored in the fat cells,
Right.
and they get bigger and then they multiply.
Right.
They get bigger and then they multiply. That's the deal. That's why the new medicine, as far as it goes for fat removal, what used to be liposuction and everything, taking it out that way,
Mhm.
is they've got lasers and shit. They've got science that is about like melting the fat cells themselves around an area to have them come out
Wow.
essentially in when you sit down and handle your when most people are sitting down
What?
on their on when most
Yeah.
people are in that room sitting down playing
Yeah.
on their
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah. So
So
elemental. So wait. The fat cells. So they go through the process and melt the fat cells down to the point to where they're released as waste.
yeah, there's a process for freezing them, and there's a process for kind of like melting them, but it's not necessarily melting them. It's just to give you
Right.
the image of it. It's kind of
Ah.
like when there's too much water in a cell, and it'll break itself down.
Got you.
You
Okay.
know,
That makes
but I'm not an expert on it, so
right.
you know what I mean. But and that's the situation. And as mammals, right, we have an internal thing because sweet is the gold mine.
Right.
Sugar is the gold mine because it's easy. It's easy to use it for your metabolism. Your metabolism will pick it right back up, and so you get a serotonin. You get a serotonin hit from it.
Yep.
You know, because this is the good stuff. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? And we overdo it. And again, because we're mammals, we store the excess as fat.
And
Once,
being black, sugar is
yeah.
a level 4 is an unnotified level 4 narcotic for us
Well,
because
you know, well, with us,
cavities was one of the newest illnesses to
well,
black people.
refined sugar is relatively new to human beings.
Hmm.
Refined
Hmm.
sugar is relatively new to human beings. Um, and it, you know, it affects black people, but you know, it affects a lot of Asians more, and it affects definitely the native population of the Americas way more
Right.
because they were never a part of, you know, they haven't had centuries to get used to it.
Mm.
Um, but so there's aspects of that, but overall, you know, overall, taking all the excuses out of the BS, it's calories in, calories out. You know, and if you watch what you're eating, then you can, because when people keep a food journal, that tells the truth. And people keep a food journal and they're honest on it.
Facts.
That tells the truth. This is
Yeah.
what you're putting into your body a day, and it's not. It doesn't even have to be lean meats. It's not meats and vegetables that you're putting in.
Right.
It's sweet stuff that's fruit, grains, and sugars.
Right.
That's what you're putting in there, and that's what they boil down to. You know, fruits, grains, and pure sugar all break down to simple sugars, which all break down to glucose and glycogen.
Hmm.
And that's what more people are putting into their bodies because why? Because they taste good.
Question: do you think that most over
Rogish, before you answer that, before you ask that question, let me
sure.
go ahead and acknowledge this
Oh, respect,
super
respect.
chat for Sheet We Hear. He said, "I seen Cash App. Can you drop the link? More cushion for the pushing."
And
Appreciate that,
see
Sheet.
the problem with that is, and this is the problem with that. When you put that picture back up, right? If you would, please put that back up, and then they start calling normal-sized human beings skinny.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the problem I have with that. Because oh, you little skinny string being thing. No, that's a normal-sized human being.
Right.
She is the size of 2 women.
Yes. Yeah.
She is
Yeah.
the size. I am the size of roughly 2 grown-ass men.
Right.
To steal a Louis C.K. joke, I am the size. I am the size of two featherweights. Two featherweights, a fucking baby and a dead dog. You know what I'm saying?
Louis is a beast.
Like
Shout out Louis C.K.
I am. Look, I am the size. If you were able to box like you play tennis and doubles, I'm in tie. I am 4 featherweights.
But hold up, though. But hold up. Okay,
Or 3 featherweights, as it were. But you know,
okay, but hold up. You also got to look at genetics. You got to look at history. You know what I'm saying? So does being big run in your family though?
yes, it does. But again, that's not the genetics of it. That's the pattern. That's the pattern of expression placed in front of you. Right? So if your parents eat poorly and their
Right.
parents ate poorly, you're
Right.
likely to eat poorly based upon the example set in front of you.
Thanks. Yeah, that's true. So
You
so
see what I'm
so,
saying?
so the question I was
You
going
can
to ask.
turn that you can turn that around by cutting out like I can turn this. I know I can turn this around. I
Right.
know I can turn this. It's just going to take the discipline for me to get off of the rut that I've placed myself in by
Right.
by feeding off the drug of sugar. I hit sugar like a smackhead hits the needle. I hit sugar like a crackhead hits the pipe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that's the most addictive thing with black folks. And the fact that unrefined sugar and everything. But it's also mainly eating for convenience. So if you think about it, so, Mr. Z, shout out Mr. Z, he always laugh when I say, black women, all this extra weight is baller bellies. You know what I'm saying? Because they're doing very, very well in society to where they could, permit themselves to get to for that to actually become a standard of them. Within society, um, and to be able to project that as
Well,
actually some kind of plus or something.
I would push back on that and say, if she was eating steaks and salads, she wouldn't have got that big.
Well, I'm not talking about baller bear as
That's
far
that's
like
cakes
how
and
baller.
pies.
I'm
That's
not talking
cakes
about how
and
baller
pies all
eat.
day.
I'm talking about more than the aspect of them having
Yeah,
access.
that's a
That's
body
what.
by Ben and Jerry's if I've ever seen one.
Right. But so let me ask you this: do you think most of the sisters who fall into this category, do you think majority of them are mesomorphic as far as body style, weight, and or some of
Well,
them actually might be endo and ecto, and just
but
foregoing some of that potential?
that's one of those sciences like phrenology that's been discredited.
Okay, we should break bread.
There are definitely different. There are definitely okay. So what's been discredited about that is there are definitely different body types, and there are definitely different uh, uh, metabolic rates, and people have them, and they are likely genetically encoded. Right. That
Right.
doesn't mean, however, that you can't be tall and doesn't mean that you can't be thin. You see what I'm saying? That the science on that has progressed much farther than that than what we used to reference as endomorphic, ectomorphic, and mesomorphic.
I can dig that, but do you think that whatever is progressed to now and the aspect of whatever side of the spectrum is more toward, saying weight gain and everything, that these are these type of sisters, or that they have agreed to such a level to where they could be endo and ecto and and saying and
I,
just saying fuck the
I, I,
possibility.
I don't, because that would lead to say that ectomorphic people have been procreating way more successfully than endomorphic or
Right.
mesomorphic, and
Okay.
that's not the case, because you'll see. Look, that's not an older woman.
Right.
That's not an older woman. Like we're seeing 17-year-old women with the bodies of 44-year-old women who have 4 kids.
Woo! Shit. God damn. Nail in the cuff. Mm.
We're seeing this. These are like young women who have no children.
Yeah.
There's none of the old excuses, and their bodies are worse.
Right.
And it's not. It's a recent phenomenon. Again, all you have to do is go back and watch 90s television shows,
Oh yeah.
90s music videos,
Yeah.
to see that women weren't like this. There were few women.
Well,
Yes, you had your Nell Carters and stuff, but
you can go back further than that, though. You can go back to the 80s, the sexy woman with the big hair and no Duke hair.
yeah.
Should go
Like
back
you
to
go
the
back to
70s.
that. And I mean,
The 70s had the most beautiful grace of sister, I think. They was
but then again,
Lord.
in the 80s was kind of a fitness era because you had
Yes,
fitness gurus such as Richard Simmons out there.
you had
Right.
fly girls.
Yeah, you had the Fly Girls. You had
In the
Jane
90s,
Fonda.
you had fly girls. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't the stand. This is not the stand. Nell Carter was not the standard ever.
Hell no. Like, for real. Like, Nell Carter, and Give Me a Break. They made a whole big special episode when she went on this weight loss venture, and she came on TV, and she had she had slimmed down a lot with the dress and everything. The crowd just like, oh, girl, you looking good. You looking good. See, that told you about the times. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it was a thing that was looked at as being very great when you were able to knock off a lot of weight.
Right.
Yeah, and we've gotten lost. And one of the reasons, one of the results of today, how we gotten lost. I mean, they started doing this little TLC thing, this whole unpretty thing, and trying to get it away from men determining what was beautiful, to the woman, and then once you left it in the woman's hand, now everything is beautiful. Like
yes. No, Kev, you're not lying at all. Again, you're not lying at all, because look, when that started coming through, then you started having weaves, the nails, and like, again, we're looking at modern black women. Okay. Right. Point out what you can pick out of when a modern black woman gets to looking like she thinks she's worth something. And all the extra bullshit that she puts on that you never desired in the first place. Fake eyelashes, the fucking the weight, fake eyelashes, the hair, the tattoos, anything to bring them attention, when the easiest thing would be to just
be healthy and clean.
And be healthy, clean. Look, maybe
healthy,
it's just in this environment.
Healthy, clean, and fly, and cooperative is the only thing they need to be.
Maybe it's just in this environment, but every black man I hear says natural hair, even if it's as short as that, is so much more beautiful on a woman than weave.
They don't think it makes them glow. If they could see them how we see them when they rocking their natural shit, if we on a number scale, and if she's an 8 and she got natural hair with that extra glow that they get, that shit might push their ass to a 10 to me. Possibly. You know what I'm saying?
Fake eyelashes look ridiculous.
-3. You can take
4.5, 5-inch long yellow, neon yellow fingernails look ridiculous.
I don't know where that shit came from, but they do it,
all that extra fucking eye makeup and everything else looks ridiculous.
But the thing is not that it looks ridiculous. It's that ridiculous shit gains value with them amongst themselves.
Amongst each other.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please. Sorry, it's your channel.
Let me tell you. Thank you. Let me tell you why they put these looks on a pedestal. Because every one of them feel like that if they make this the standard, then every one of them have a chance to be beautiful if they don't feel like it.
Ooh,
not even just that, Kevin. Not even just Kev. Sorry. Not even just that. They won't even allow a woman who watches her diet and works out to the point which she develops abdominal muscles. They won't even let her acknowledge her own accomplishment.
Damn.
They will tell her, by her doing that and her congratulating herself for doing that she is shaming them.
There was a sister who was in the what was that? It was Planet Fitness. They some hoes anyway. But she was in there, and she had actually gone through a journey. And so, what I'm saying, when you take yourself through the journey, what I'm saying, she started feeling herself. So, what I'm saying, she rocking her sexy shit, feeling herself, because now she can rock it. They put her out the fucking gym because she was intimidating, white bitches, whatever. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, they gotten soft inside of gyms, man. You can't grunt, you can't act like you had a great workout or none of that shit because they feel like it's gonna hurt a person that's in less shape feelings. Like, get the fuck out of here with that.
The motivation. What happened in the most coldest motherfucker in the gym, and you following suit?
There's a fine line there as well, because look, we've all been in a gym where people are idiots.
Okay, I kind of concede that one.
They remind me of my military days. I was in the Navy, but stationed with Marines. The Marines did that crap all the time.
Or the dude that got, or the dudes that got to give themselves a pep talk before at the top of their lungs. All right, motherfucker, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it right now. We're gonna get it. All right, let's go. We gotta get it. Come on, man.
They do that in the psycho room.
Everybody's not trying to hear and deal with that either.
Nah.
All right. We gonna talk. We gonna talk about the elephant in the room. Oh shit. Yeah, that didn't sound. But let's.
Oh, shit.
All right, guys. Let's look at another one. Let's look at another one. All right. I know I said yesterday that I wasn't going to do this. But if we're going to talk about this subject right here,
oh yeah,
we need to be talking about this.
Oh shit!
How the hell is one?
Wait a minute. What is that one on the right in the middle? Are you kidding me? She actually put that out.
One leg is bigger than her whole torso.
Yeah,
are you kidding me? She actually. Oh my God!
Let me turn from that before YouTube, because let me tell you something. Let me give you a fun fact. YouTube took out one of my thumbnails because it was a still picture of Lizzo twerking on the side. I mean, on the court side at that Lakers game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want them to be like, oh man, that spread of Lizzo right there.
Right.
But that shit's ridiculous.
Yeah.
What did they say? It was animal abuse. I mean,
oh shit.
Oh shit!
Now, like I said, now according to a lot of guys on Facebook, they say they'll smash.
No, you look. You can okay. So,
no, come on, man.
From a personal training perspective, you can see potential in this chick. You can see potential in her. So, if she were to shred, that bitch would be a fucking like 9.5, probably.
Rogish, here's the problem.
What's
If
up?
she had potential, she would have never got that big to begin with.
Facts. Well put. If she would shred, she'd be a bad motherfucker.
I'll take that back. God damn it. I have to take that back. As much as I don't want to, I'll walk that back. Because Kirstie Alley was a beautiful woman.
He said,
Kirstie Alley is a beautiful woman.
You're a cold motherfucker, bro.
Well, Kirstie Alley was a beautiful woman before she turned into 3 mediocre women.
No.
It says 3 mediocre women at once. Hey, well, let me get some shout outs in the chat. Shout out to Brittany Horton.
Shout out.
She said that dudes would smash anything with a vagina. Unfortunately, that's kind of true. I mean, I've seen some of these brothers like kind of.
So this is a bad picture of her, right? That's a bad picture. Look at her skin. You can tell that she probably go back up. You can tell that she probably don't need a lot of makeup, right? She does have if she has some semblance of pleasantness in her face, that means she can actually possibly reach pretty, maybe even beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Depending on the type of work that she does with herself. But I think it's part of her contract to push this big bitch shit.
Well, it's a part of all of their contracts to do that until they lose weight. Jennifer Hudson.
I don't think that she don't see her potential. That don't make no sense. Most of these people in these positions, they ain't dumb. They might play dumb, but they ain't dumb.
But Rogish, look at it. Like again, every single one of them that pushes this, right? Jennifer Hudson, Rebel Wilson, Jenny McCarthy, not Jenny, is it Jenny McCarthy? Melissa McCarthy, Monique. Come on, man. Like they all say this in the beginning, and then what do? They drop 100 pounds like it ain't shit.
Facts.
Hey, let me give you a recent example. Adele
is another.
Yeah. Adele lost weight?
Dale shredded all the way down,
Get
and like a
the
lot,
fuck
and,
out of here.
and women and women who are on that like that fat acceptance like BU girl type deal, they're mad at her for that.
Yeah.
Right.
They are mad at her. And, yeah, and I think that it's also because she's smashing a black dude that they mad too. But you know,
Jennifer Hudson looks you. If you only knew Jennifer Hudson from her American Idol situation, you would not recognize her today.
Damn. Okay.
well, yeah. I mean, look at her in Dreamgirls.
Or Dreamgirls, even, yes. You know.
Yeah, but you know what they do is they push these things with these women like Lizzo. I mean, like the whole twerking about it, twerking on the Laker court side, twerking in the Chick-fil-A that time is like they push it because they want you to see. I guess they want you to see. Or they try to create a magnetism with these people. Like, there have been several articles that have reported that Lizzo's talent is that, and guys, brace yourselves. I hope y'all sitting down and y'all got a towel to, wipe the sweat off your forehead. They say she can twerk and play the flute at the same time.
Oh, she did it. I seen it on late night. I think she did that on what's that dude name? That be on late nights. She was on his show. I forgot the name of that dude, but she did it on there.
That is wow.
So okay, if I get this correct, please, I'm a little slow.
So she's the classically trained flutist. That works.
Let's see. I'm trying to think back. When did I hear that? I was locked up.
Where's she from? Where's she from?
We're gonna say 97. I want to say 97, 98. Yin Yang Twins come out with "Whistle While You Twerk," right?
Right.
I think 97. I don't know. Maybe I can.
I said they can whistle and twerk at the same time. Fuck it. Let's try a flute.
Like "Whistle While You Twerk."
Is she
and
from?
Then so 25 years later, it's a talent to twerk and blow a wind instrument.
Okay.
Yeah. Jimmy Fallon. That's what it was. She did it on Jimmy Fallon.
All right, look, I gotta be real with y'all. I gotta be real with y'all. All right. Looking at these pictures, I never really looked at her. You know what I'm saying? I don't really pay no attention, like mainstream and all that bullshit like that. Look, nigga, this bitch got potential. Go to the one where she at the band thing holding the flute or something like that. Like, if you look at her worst picture, if you look at her features, them motherfuckers is symmetrical. You know what I'm saying? You could look like
her facial features. You are missing 90% of the picture here. You are literally focusing on the one sequoia redwood fucking in the forest.
No. The whole thing is you can look at the face and tell that she definitely has some motherfucking potential. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
If you look at her skin on her face, look at her skin on her hands, look at her skin on her thighs, you know what I'm saying? That's some congruency there. So it ain't all just, you know what I'm saying, what they call that shit, movie tricks with this bitch or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The thing
Rogish, let me ask you this.
I'm a sculptor.
You're familiar with the Macy's you're familiar with the Macy's Day Parade, right?
Yeah.
Right. And yes, you're right. Like those characters, we love them, we look at them. That's when there's air in the balloon. When the air comes out of the balloon, they don't look so recognizable.
And that's what I was thinking. If she lost weight, man, she probably looked bad. Cause especially that neck, all that flab under that neck, she would have to have surgery, man, to get some of that skin taken off.
She would. And then actually she tried to lose weight. This has been reported recently that she tried to go on a weight loss journey because the doctors was telling her, you need to do something about this shit. And she decided that I'm just gonna she's like, this is not working. I'm just gonna be me. I'm just gonna be Lizzo. And I'm sitting up there like, for what she needs to accomplish, that's gonna take about a year or two.
And she's got the money to pull it off within an easy year or two.
Yeah, yeah, she does. And even if she get a lot of extra skin, she got that money to get that extra skin removed.
Right.
So how much
Yeah,
she
but
want?
it's still gonna
That's it.
she's still gonna look like Zoid with the clothes off.
Right.
And then she probably gonna be walking a certain way because, like, I've seen a big woman that lose weight. They still walk like they're big women. You know,
Like you're not like Rogish, you're not taking it in. Her calves are as big as grown men's thighs.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, well, that's part of the shit that come with being big, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like you working with all that extra weight and them calves. Like if you ever seen a cat who was big, who shredded and started putting on muscle, the way them motherfuckers win all the competitions because their frame and had to deal with all that extra weight. So the thing is, there is some latent potential in big people to be released. It's not always just a whole bunch of unhealthy shit. It's just that on the surface, when you're dealing with fat is bulbous, you know what I'm saying? And it's you know what I'm saying, dealing with the culture that we dealing with, it's not as, pleasant to try to behold as that of the feminine fit female frame. You know what I'm talking about? So the thing is, though, the potential there, she got major potential. She ain't an ugly chick. I ain't like looking at her, on some basic shit. She look, better than some what they call
Yes.
them? Some ugly thin bitches. You know what I'm talking about?
Look,
So
look, I'm not arguing with you.
hold
The
on. Let me
symmetry of
ask
her
you,
facial
at
features.
6'3", whatever, nigga, you don't see potential. You can't see the potential in this bitch.
No.
Because
If I was looking, because she's got the body composition. She's got the body composition of a 1-year-old child. Now, except the fact that she is 40 years old, or however 30 years old, 40 years old, however she is. Now, if she was still that 1-year-old child, I would see what you're talking about, Rogish.
God damn, hey man, what's your profession, man? 'Cause I know motherfuckers can't be slipping on shit when they come to you, cuz. God damn, dog. I hope you ain't really a judge, man, because the motherfuckers ain't on P's and Q's, dog. Them motherfuckers seeing 20, 30 years. God damn. This nigga want perfection.
I mean, maybe the host has a different. Maybe the host. I don't have my glasses on right now, so maybe he has better. Like maybe he can see from your perspective that I can't see.
no. Hey, no, and I'm gonna tell you why. Although, yeah, I think she is cute for a big girl, but number one, I still can't see myself really smashing like that.
What?
But
No.
not here. Look, listen, hear me out. Even though this is Southern Band, one of my favorite HBCU bands in the background, by the way. I love the HBCU band style. That's just a little side fact. There's another thing.
Most definitely.
Yeah, there's another thing that you're going to have to get past, even if you were to take all that weight away. Her attitude.
Oh, okay.
Her attitude is funky as fuck. She might as well keep all that weight.
Oh, church.
Like seriously.
See, I've actually, and this is why I'm saying this, Rogish. I've actually been with recovered fat girls.
Okay.
I've been with the woman who was at one point about her size, who took every angle that she could to get down to a third of her size.
Right.
Healthy and unhealthy.
Right.
She didn't quite go on that Jenny Crank diet, but she she diet pilled up too.
Yeah.
And that stuff does not look the same outside of the clothing. I'll tell you that.
I hear you. Okay.
And maybe she can afford the better surgeries now that maybe make it look because they can do a lot, right? They've got that bad broad surgery now that turns everybody into a Kardashian. But
hold on one second. Let me respond to another content creator real quick. And this is to that crazy Rogish. Remember this guy? Remember the one that was on like a couple weekends ago?
Which one?
The Obamacrat.
Okay, yeah, I remember. What did he say something, bro?
No, I put that poll on my community tab. The one that was there, I will advocate for the black manosphere because
Okay.
I value the black man. Blah blah blah. People need to stop fucking black. All the other shit. Go to my community tab and look at that poll. It's like 51 votes. And you know what? A poll is easy to do because niggas love to vote.
Yeah.
Let me see where the percentage is at because I do the same thing. But he says, "What the fuck? You advocate for black men who get their marching orders from racist white men in the white manosphere from which the black manosphere came. No, you get the fuck out of here at RBR Network." Why would he? Why would he tag himself? Why would you tag yourself in your own?
No.
because the medication has not been balanced today.
Medication? No, you got to be human to take medication. That nigga is a robot, cuz. I don't know what type of ideology he consumes, but whatever it is keeps him going on some 24/7 shit.
That motherfucker waiting on Joe Biden to help him make sense. Came in a straight up conversation, just shooting the shit between him and Joe Biden.
Oh man!
Well, you had fun with that all year.
Yo, it'd be fucked up for Joe Biden because he's like, yeah, but how was it like being Obama's vice president? No, I understand you're president now, but how was it like being his vice president?
Look, I'll tell y'all right now, shit, nigga, I'm a card carrying black supremacist in this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? Not no black powerism. This ain't got nothing to do with no Panther, none of that shit. No, I'm a motherfucking black supremacist.
Kumbaya, nigga.
And in the aspect of understanding what pilgrims can bring to the table and their understanding, look, them motherfuckers got some jewels as well. You know what I'm saying? Just because I might not agree with how they want to run a society, don't mean that them motherfuckers can't drop some motherfucking jewels and red pills in a nigga lap from time to time.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's for true. But yeah, and see, here's the thing, right? Wasn't she like trying to like hit up like Tyrese and The Rock, and she was talking about she was like disappointed that how come she didn't hit up Earthquake? How come she didn't hit up somebody in a weight class?
That was crazy. You know what I'm saying? Everyone she liked had to be in shape. It was crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
He said earthquake.
How come she wasn't trying to hit up Phase on Love?
Right, exactly.
Hey, and to the guy making a negative video about the black manosphere right now, why does your 5'5" ass care anyway? Like, come on, man. Like, seriously, guy? It's the black manosphere, the black manosphere. This dude got over 30,000 subs. Like, what do you care? Make them interested in you.
But he's talking about ain't popping the thing, and that's why I put the
nigga, shut your whack ass up, man. I'm tired of this shit.
Look, the black manosphere is going to receive.
Niggas don't respect black men. Don't respect other black men. That's not a black man to me. But let me stop. This broadcast supposed to be about something else.
The black manosphere is going to receive the largest amount of internet.
Nigga get fired from the Lollipop Guild is our fault, so he bitter and he got to talk about the black manosphere, nigga.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. That's it.
I get what you're saying. It's. I mean, I would imagine if I were a content creator, I would be more annoyed about it myself. But
yeah. I mean, if I'm a recognized part of it, and a lot of cool people and a lot of well-to-do black men are a part of it, then why do you want to see it destroyed? Because you a nigga. You love nigga shit. Fuck all that. I'll face that shit one day. But anyway, the subject is the heavy truth about the look of health.
So you know what? This is very interesting because I've been in wellness and shit since military shit, right? So when you interact with doctors and everything, you meet very few doctors that feel that resonate on the line of them operating within health standards. You know what I'm saying? So an aspect of the look of health is okay. So I used to hate doing abs, right? I used to hate doing abs because it just felt useless. I'd rather, get my abs done when I'm doing legs and squatting, powerlifting. I'm gonna build my abs by utilizing my abs as opposed to just doing some motherfucking crunches and sit-ups and shit and going for the beach shit, right? But the thing is, you realize that when you do your abs and that traditional beach shit, the functionality that you gain from doing them is the same as if you would doing anything else. You know what I'm saying? So in the aspect of health, it's odd that in an aspect of, let's say, that which is image wise, that which is primarily image wise, and that beach shit. Yeah, okay, it might be a little bit empty and airheadish or whatever, but the thing, it still goes toward an effective aspect of health. It might not be, the motivation that a motherfucker might want to be required if they're, saying a puritist as it goes with attaining health, ability, or whatever. But if so all that to say is, in the aspect of shaming, if shaming is permitted to be withstanding, it actually would help in acquiring proper health. It just might, fuck up a couple of attitudes or something like that. But at least the motherfuckers will be angry and healthy.
Yes, at least that. At least start at. This is what I don't understand, and I'm with you on this. I don't understand. Essentially, I'm telling you not to kill yourself.
Yeah,
I'm the bad guy for telling you not to kill yourself, not to give yourself a better life, not to give yourself a better chance of living should something happen to you while you're in this condition.
right.
But I'm your enemy who's telling you not to kill yourself and to have a better life.
But you're able to acknowledge it as a condition. So that means you're not running from your reality. And we're talking about, a sector of society that's been social conditioned to run away from so-called uncomfortable realities.
I can tell you this
Right.
fact. I can tell you that point blank fact. Nothing is easier in my life by me being fatter. Nothing in my life has come easier to not tying my shoes, not climbing stairs.
Man, say that. Man, say that. Tying your shoes and get up off the floor.
I can still tie my shoes, but it ain't easier than than when I was fit.
Oh, that is genius. Nothing is easier by me being fatter.
Nope, you're right.
Yeah, I would have made $1 million off that slogan 10 years ago. God damn.
And the longer you stay fat, the harder it is to not remain fat.
Facts. Yeah.
Like, so me telling you that, like, how is this any different than me telling you, hey, Mr. Crackhead, maybe put the pipe down. Hey, you, Mr. fucking heroin head, maybe put the needle down. Hey, you, fat motherfucker, put the fork down, put the spoon down.
Stay away from McDonald's. Don't go in. Don't go in. Don't do it.
Almost every McDonald's is in front of a grocery store, and they got a produce department.
Exactly.
That's true. And so, in the aspect of you actually, understanding the lifestyle of health prior to, what was it that shifted in your motivation that caused you to, withdraw from, the activity of it being a lifestyle anymore?
Oh, I got into a series of accidents. And then I had a work accident. I got into gave me some traumatic brain injury.
I can dig
it. Off the frame.
Mhm.
And then I got into a work accident in which I broke my neck. And so there were recoveries from that. Also hit my head, so it also compounded the traumatic brain injury that I already had. So
Right.
there were brain issues and memory issues and
You
cognitive
had
function
to fall
issues.
back for any reasons. Then I can dig it.
Yeah, and I just kept eating. Then And then again, I started associate. Well, I'd always been an emotional eater, and so that was, instead of like pain pills, I didn't take I didn't take any pain pills, but I took the medications to try to anything that they try to do to try to manage the migraines. I
Right.
took those,
Okay.
but those weren't, like Vicodins or anything like that,
Right.
because I was afraid of that type of shit. So I
Right.
endured the pain, but at what cost? But secondarily, um, trying, but it was all an excuse, because after a certain point, I could have got back up to working out and everything else like that. I just fell into a rut. I allowed myself to fall into a rut and remain in a rut,
How
and
many
then
years?
Okay, the one
easily
thing
probably 4.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
but hey, hold up one second, Judge. The one thing you do, you can't acknowledge that you are in a rut, or you were in a rut. So
Yes.
yeah, but as long as you can admit, despite what other people may say, I mean, you're admitting to a shortcoming, so nobody can fault you for that. But
Facts.
No, my weight gain is entirely my fault. It was entirely within my hands.
yeah, but let me read this black YouTube fanatic super chat. Appreciate it. Says she a flute player. She has strong mouth muscles. Yeah, I bet you that shit off the chain too. That neck probably one of the best you ever had. Close your
I
eyes and
mean,
imagine.
dude. I mean, it look like it's off the chain, dude. I mean, man, I bet you she. Oof. Let me be quiet. I'm a deacon and I'm tall like this. Let me stop.
Just give her a couple of practice sausages first. You won't make her.
She don't need, dude. She don't need no practice. She don't.
But what I'm saying is, okay, you know what the trick is. You know what the trick is when you see like dudes put their head in the crocodile's mouth or the lion's mouth, right? The motherfucker's already full.
This is very interesting. So okay. So if the large majority of us ain't congratulating them on this big bitch shit, then is it the combination of the cats that do dig big bitches, right, and women amongst themselves that is keeping them, I guess you could say, energetically, spiritually sustained for upholding it as a virtue or something?
Nope.
What's up?
Because I'm of the firm, and men can argue otherwise. I'm of the firm opinion that men aren't attractive to big bitches.
Right.
Men are attractive to easy pussy.
Ooh. Pop that collar, church. God damn. Right. Yeah. Facts.
Which is why they give no negative criticisms, because they know that negative criticism means no easy pussy.
Look, I know you said it, but I think it would have been better coming from an angry man hearing that specific phrase. You know what I'm saying?
Hey guys, hey, let me explain something real quick. During this broadcast, I know this is off topic, but I'm gonna ask a side question to the people in the chat. So read the one on the screen, and believe me, this has a completely petty motivation. So, so if you want to answer that question, that's okay. But I mean, and it's nothing against Anthony Brian Logan personally, because it's not actually about him. If you look around on YouTube, you'll see exactly who that is about. So, but I will say this about ABL: he's a very intelligent black man, and there are intelligent black men in the black manosphere. So,
when did it became like, I used to remember that it was like a deal that if you were sharp enough, this is how things change, over decades. It used to be the thing that if you were sharp enough to con white people out of money.
Yeah. Huh?
I mean, I don't really have to finish that sentence, right?
Yeah. That was considered a virtue,
Okay, so if you're going to con people, if you're going to hustle people, Oh man, you's a coon because you're not doing that to brown. You're not doing that to black people.
Nah.
And I
Now
mean, like, I understand that once he, let everyone know what his political associations were, he probably went the way of, well, I don't need black folks anyway. He still comes around black folks, apparently. I mean, he used to appear on the Rumble a lot. But I mean,
Yeah.
in essence, like, do I think that he needs the black manosphere? No, not at all. And would I be hurt if he didn't consider himself a part of the black manosphere? No, I wouldn't. I mean,
But if he is attaching
but
himself
at the
to it,
same time, if the little 5'5" dickhead is going to ask this question and make fun of us, I'm going to ask this question to my people that's watching right now. Honestly, and everybody's allowed to have their opinion about it. My opinion is I wouldn't have a problem with it, but I'm not losing sleep over it either. So people can continue to do it all they want. I'm just going to put it on the spot. Ed Unchained, exactly. He is a black man at the end of the day, whether he likes it or not.
Right, but isn't again? Okay, how can I put this? How can I put this? I'm sorry. Isn't that his choice to say whether he is or isn't?
Yeah. I'm not saying let's make him a part of it.
Exactly.
No. I'm not saying make him be a part of something he doesn't want to be a part of. No, I'm just being smug because somebody else is like poking fun at the black manosphere right now and using his man's name. So if he want to use his name in a negative way, I'm going to use his name in this way. The guy's big enough to not even be looking this way. So
you gotta understand something. The light that's coming onto the black manosphere. That's why. Remember, I know you read the comment I put in there. The thing is, it's just like Skynet is aware, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had the black manosphere amongst those of us who respected everything within it because I'm saying it was a learning space. We're building with one another. There's a hierarchy. We adhere to the hierarchy and everything. Then you got Kevin Samuels, who blows up the spot. And then you get all these people who ain't trying to understand the level of Coliseum treatment that we put ourselves through. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, these motherfuckers are entering the Coliseum, they just thinking that also a bunch of black men getting together, bitching about bitches or whatever.
Oh my God, you're bashing black women, they're gossiping. Oh, they're doing this for super chats.
There you
go. Super chats.
They're not understanding the temple of luxury up in this bitch. You know what I'm talking about? And so once they come, the thing is, now that the black manosphere has taken on a name for itself, an entity for itself, what I'm saying, everyone who's attached to it now, that's on like some secondary shit because it lives on its own in and of itself.
That's where I was going. That's where I was going to go. The first part is this. The first part is this: is that whomever the person in question must first consider themselves, when first say or announce themselves as part of it. The second part of that is the group must also consider also that person to be a part of it. It's not just a one way or the other way thing. Like the black manosphere can't just claim him, nor can he just claim black manosphere. It has to be a mutual situation because we had the situation a couple of months ago with woke progressive trying to associate himself with the black manosphere. And I specifically said, like, nobody knows who you are. What are you talking about? You're not somebody in this fucking space. Right. It has to come from both fucking directions for it to work. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm wrong in my thought process that way.
Nah, because you can't be wrong. Because the thing is, I think you're fucking, seeing your status on this panel right now when it comes to black manosphere. So. I treat this shit like the motherfucking Shaolin Temple, and I know I ain't at chamber 36. You feel me? So if I'm at chamber 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying, and I need to work myself up to, to learn or whatever, it is what it is. But
Yeah, well, and then also with me, somebody has to say something. I mean, if
Yeah.
if that has arrows and bullets flying my way, so what? Shit, it's YouTube. I just like to I would love to grow this channel a lot more and bring prominence to this bitch. Bring some solidarity.
Right.
And the little interlopers, and I'm sorry to say this, the little bitches. They got to be stopped. I'm not gonna be merciful about this. I mean, like,
and you shouldn't be.
And I'm gonna do it without all of the dirty tactics that have been known to have been using YouTube in the past. So go ahead, Judge.
Well, no, I just this is just something that I still struggle to understand. I have never written a letter to the Oxygen Network nor Lifetime saying that I demand that they stop doing
Oh snap!
What the fuck you got in your goblet, cuz?
I haven't written letters to Viacom, demanding that the what's the channel? The E channel be shut down because they do RuPaul stuff.
You got vodka coming out my nose, cuz. Holy shit.
I don't understand the mindset and where this comes from.
Let me take this off before this is completely misconstrued, and anybody misconstrue it can ask me personally. I have an open door policy. Just be warned, what you find behind that door might not be something that you were looking for, but nonetheless, I'm willing to take people's input and questions. Plus, I'm about to do an interview show here in a little bit, so that ought to be interesting too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I'm trying to do it like for those guests that I rock with it and are cool, that's cool. But I'm trying to do it like a Piper's Pit style type deal. I want it to be interesting.
Okay.
Because it's just that I have to explore that son of a bitch inside of me. And that's kind of part of what I was doing with this question right here. It's like when you talk about my set, then I feel like that I could take some pokes and make fun and take some jabs at you too. So
it is what
it is what it is. If you're gonna sit up here and say that we full of like little weirdos and suspect dudes, and because we're high-fiving Kevin Samuels that we're taking up for a suspect guy, which you have no proof of his suspicions, because as black people we love to sit up here and come up with these pocket realities. Go ahead.
What the fuck is Kevin doing that people are saying he's suspect on?
They talk about his fashion sense, the way he dressed sometimes, the shoes he wears.
Clean in a motherfucking whistle,
yeah, he clean, but some people they can't. They try to find something, and that's telling you right now that's the best they can find. So that tells you right there.
Can't find shit up. But hey, let's move this. Let's go ahead and move this conversation away from KS, because KS is very potent in this space right now, and it's becoming a big conversation. But it might not be the fact that the conversation is getting played out. It might be the fact that the conversation is getting even bigger than what it was before.
That's it.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah. So
because as black men for the last 50 years have been told, you'll fucking eat what I give you.
Yep. Basically.
All right, so now okay, we got to get to this. We have Miss Tur and Misogyny Noir up here. How you doing? How you doing tonight?
Yeah, doing good. What about you?
I'm good. Are you gonna come up here and cap for big women, dude, or are we gonna have a serious conversation about the ramifications of being unhealthy?
Nah, come on, man.
All right.
All women are beautiful. Big women are beautiful. Everyone's beautiful, man.
Okay,
Right.
well, if that's what it,
Hold on, cuz
Go
not
ahead.
all big women are beautiful.
No, not all. Because I wouldn't say all black men were smart and dominant and manly and masculine. I would never say that.
That's true. A lot of black men, unfortunately, are simps.
You know
But
what? Hold up. I can't even say your name, cuz. What that is?
misogynoir.
Misogynoir, and it's
Yeah.
not about rubbing people's shoulders and having nimble fingers either.
No, okay. So I know noir is on some black shit, and misogyny is like
That means that
some
that means that it means basically black men hating females.
right. It's it's
Specifically black females.
it's a tongue
Specifically
in
black.
cheek shit. So I get that. So you in the UK right now though, right?
Currently, yeah.
All right.
Of the
So
female.
what's y'all ratio of I'm saying big bitches, cuz?
It's not quite as big as yours, no pun intended, but it's getting there. Right. Yeah, like
So-
we're probably the fattest country in Western Eurasia. I mean, Western Europe. Yeah.
Okay. And what would you say the percentage of sisters is like, big there is?
At least 60% of sisters are
Bomber Clyde!
Yeah. 60% are overweight, and then I think at least 30% are obese.
Clyde! Shit.
Yeah, so I mean they're all beautiful, but the problem is again, I'm going to be real.
Stop it, man! Stop
Oh,
it!
man.
Stop it!
You keep saying, "Oh, you're gonna get that." So
You are familiar with the bell curve, sir. You are familiar with the bell curve. A bell curve inherently proves you false.
Wait, okay. So if we go down the bell curve, do you agree with the IQ distribution on the bell curve?
Of course not.
Given what?
Right. So
Given
how
what?
can we? How? Okay. So the bell curve shows that apparently black
Given
people.
broad strokes, given broad strokes, yes, and given broad strokes of overarching sentiment, yes. Given broad strokes of overarching intelligence, yes. Giving broad strokes of overarching health and fitness, yes.
Okay, so you agree. What about the rest of you brothers? Do you agree with the IQ distribution bell curve, saying that generally black people we have slightly lower IQ?
That's not.
That's
Again,
not possible. That's not possible.
Right.
Given broad strokes individually as individually topics over standardized systems for identifiers for one. Come on, man. Let's not play this fucking game.
And yo,
Right.
he's not, and you got to understand, he's not speaking of an aspect of the bell curve being absolute in this view of black people, but in the aspect of the programming, utilizing it as a lens of perspective for viewing black women in this context.
Right. Okay. So, yeah, I mean, I think they're beautiful, but obviously there's a health question, right? That's the problem.
But it's not that it's a problem because y'all bitches ain't got that issue out there, cuz.
Hey, let me read off some Google stats though. I mean, it said in the 12 months to November 2019, 62.3% of adults, people age 18 and over, in England were overweight or obese. 73.6% of black adults were overweight and obese, the highest percentage out of all ethnic groups.
Ain't that something?
Mm-hmm. This is UK. This is UK stuff. So, what I just read kind of sound like, well, Mr. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that right now. I don't like that shit, that shitty name you got. I know you're doing, you say you're doing it as a parody, but you should have stuck with Yasuke. I remember it was Yasuke, but do what you want to do.
Won't argue facts. Yeah. If you can't argue factually that at extreme ends there's a much smaller percent of the population that is beautiful and ugly, and that the vast majority of the middle is filled with average, then there's nowhere to go from here, man.
Right. See, beauty is subjective. So that means I might find someone you think is ugly very beautiful.
There are objective standards of beauty, sir.
We're also speaking health.
We have international beauty pageants. There are objective standards of beauty. We also have plenty of sociological data that says that there are considerable attributes for body type, body shaping, symmetry, symmetry versus asymmetry. Come on, why are you pretending like these facts don't exist?
Right. See, I'll give you a country called Mauritania. It's in Africa.
Right.
There, the beauty standard is for fat women. Actually,
let's prove the rule with an exception. Roger, I got you.
No. Let's hear him out, Judge. Let's hear him out.
It's not an exception. That's a whole country with several million people.
Hey, hold on 1 second. Hold on. I mean, hold up, Donnie, you there?
What's up?
Are you here to bring clarity? Because his wife is from the UK, so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she will have some insight on that too. And you know, go ahead,
thumbnail, by the way. Name.
So I'm not with her currently, but I didn't even catch the last bit. Can somebody give me a quick little recap? I can probably bring clarity to it. But you know, I tuned in. I had the link. I had to go upstairs and then I get my little smoke, and I'm back downstairs. I'm working, so I'm at a hotel, so I'm sitting outside. So yeah, give me some clarity because I missed maybe the last 10-15 minutes.
Basically, we was discussing obesity in the UK, and Misogyny Noir was up here, you know, and Rogish were talking.
Oh, right. So in the UK has better food than we do. They have better food. I mean, when I say better food, even McDonald's is better. Just everything is better. When I went to the store in the UK, I was mad as fuck because nigga, I wanted Lucky Charms. Nigga, I wanted Cinnamon Toast Crunch. I wanted all the little bullshit cereal we have here. They have it there. They had Cookie Crisp.
Your weed head, cuz.
They had.
So they got better food but worse recipes.
No, yeah, that's what it is. But they had Cookie Crisp there. So I was like, all right, cool. They got Cookie Crisp. Nigga, I'm in the game. And I got home. And I was mad that you don't know how mad I fucking was, nigga, because I drank this shit with soy milk, and I was like, what the fuck is this bullshit? Like, what nigga, I was rapping, right. Where the Rice Krispies at? This is some bullshit. I can pour this regular sugar.
Right. No fructose corn.
Everything they have there is a better dynamic. So the women there are going to automatically, hell, the men too, are automatically going to be a lot slimmer. I'm 6'1". A lot of the shit that was there was like I was looking like nigga. I'm too blind. Like I can't put this Peter Pan outfit on. Like what do you want me to do? So
I want your ass to dress like a Moor, nigga.
That's really what it was. So the dynamic there in the UK is completely different. It just is. But a lot of what we have here in the US is they're comfortable with being big. They don't want to work out. Working out is not a thing. I know many white women, many Latino women. I don't even know like a small select group of Black women who work out, right? The majority of the Black women I know who have a certain type of shape, they do the velo shaping, they do the waist trainers, they do all of that. So they are bigger women with the proportion of big women. So you got the big ass that come with a big woman, the big titties that come with a big woman, but they have a small waistline, and that's comedic at best.
Okay.
But that's not natural. That's not normal. It's because they've done shit like waist trainers are detrimental to your body. You're squeezing your organs in your body.
Those shits actually work though?
Oh yeah, no, that shit really works.
It's worked for centuries.
It's worked for centuries, and they've been doing it with the corsets and all that shit. That shit is really crazy to your body, but it works. Is it natural? Is it normal? Hell no. So the women in the UK
major damage.
Yeah, women in the UK are going to be a lot better shape. Women in Europe, EU, UK is not in the EU anymore, unfortunately, but just overseas, South America, Central America, they're just going to have better shape than America because the majority of the shit we get is calorically poisoned.
Right. Oh, god damn, nice fucking word. Calorically poisoned. Damn,
yeah,
good
that's a
good
nice word.
French.
But yeah,
It is.
What do you call those additives and preservatives?
Yeah.
Well,
So
no,
we had
sugar. The additives and the preservatives are that's the lesser evil. The greater evil is the sugar. The greater evil is the fact that we have bread that is legally not bread; it's cake.
Right.
Yes. The bread, the additives and preservatives are poisonous too. So we
I
had
don't
a
know.
conversation
Well,
in the
if it has
store. I think
toast at the end, if it has like little ingredients with toast at the end, if it's too many toasts,
Yeah.
OSE.
I don't know. I'll say they're all
Uh-huh.
dangerous, because some of them might give you obesity, some of them will give you cancer, so they're all bad.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I remember I was reading. I remember it's hard. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm actually ordered this book, so I'm waiting shit when I get back home. But it's so I ordered the Dr. Sebi book on eating how to live and shit like that. There's
Shout
another
out.
book,
Yeah.
Eating for Diabetes. I don't have diabetes, but with black people is so prominent in the U.S., you got the sugars. So these are things that I don't want in my life. I want to prevent, right? And I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it. So for a large majority of my life, I was a fighter. So I would have on periods and off periods. So I would get 25, 30 pounds bigger because I'm eating bullshit. I'm McDonald's nigga. Hey, go to a restaurant, you eat, fuck it up.
But hold up. Not to stop you, but the thing is, you got to understand something in the context of being a fighter.
Yeah.
No. In the context of being a fighter, I bring it in the context of being a fighter because I have to be at a certain weight, right? So I was always bigger than I'm 6'1". So realistically, with my body frame and everything else, I really could have fought at 155 pounds at 6'1", right? That sounds crazy, but that's realistically what I could have fought at, right? I always fought at 185 to 205. And I even taken some heavyweight fights after that, various weights, but 185 to 205. I was always bigger and stronger than everybody else because I worked hard in the gym, but realistically, I could have been a 155-pound fighter. I couldn't get that because I didn't have the dedication mentally to eat chicken breast, collard greens, asparagus. But black people have a different kind of system, so I could eat collard greens and shit like that. I just wasn't doing that. So when I would cut weight, I would be running all the fucking time, which I hated. So I would do sprints and I would do different kind of workouts. I worked as when I was fighting, I worked as a mover for a moving company. So when we got to the job, cool. I ran the entire time. And
what percentage body fat did you fight at?
The lowest I ever got down to was 14%.
That's not bad. That's pretty good for a fighter.
No,
it's pretty good for a fighter. Because the thing is, you still need to retain a certain amount of calories so that you can burn that sprinting energy.
The sprinting energy, but there was motherfuckers down at 6%.
Fighting?
Mm-hmm.
Them motherfuckers ain't go 3 rounds, though.
Shit, them motherfuckers was going 5 rounds, but it was a different dynamic. So my thing is, I fought motherfuckers who was at 5, 4, 3, 8% and below, right? There was a dude who, I don't want to give his name, but he was clearly steroided out. You can look at the fight. I had a little pudge. No, he was buffing the motherfucker. I remember he was buffing the motherfucker. And he cracked me. We did the glove touch up. And he kicked me when we was touching gloves, and it really fucked me up. The beginning of the round.
No. I'm saying he cracked you with a standing round.
Roundhouse kick, yeah.
Okay.
And it fucked me up. So I backed myself up to the cage wall because that's how long it took me to kind of use in the middle of the cage. Yeah. I backed myself into the cage wall and kind of covered up and was like, oh shit, let me get my shit together. Because that shit really could have took me out. I wasn't expecting it, and it really caught me in the liver.
Right.
But
hold up, cuz he kicked you in the gut on the motherfucking glove touch?
Yeah, the motherfucker knew. He was like, I'm gonna crack this motherfucker.
Nigga, if I had cash there, nigga, that motherfucker get smoked that night, cuz. Fuck that. Nigga, that's the highest disrespect. Yo, what was your level then? What was your rating then?
I was an amateur. That was my fourth or fifth fight. The fight prior to that, I think that's why he did it, was because they put me in the ring. I was 205 pounds with clothes on and my keys in my pocket. I was 205, maybe 204, 204.5 actually. Now I
Right.
think about it, but I was 204.5, and they put me in the ring with this motherfucker. They told me he was 230. Imagine this, right? He's 230. I was there 2-3 weeks ago, so I'm like, fuck it, I'll take this fight. And he hugged me
Yeah.
before we got into the cage, and I was like, "Hey, this shit ain't right." My coach was like, "Nah, kid, you got this, And my coach was always on some, so I'm revved up. I get out there, this motherfucker kicked me my league leg, because my thing was always, he gonna kick me in the league leg, I'm gonna hit him with an overhand right. This motherfucker kicked me. You can see me in the video of the fight. I spin around. That's how heavy this kick was. I was like, son, ain't right. End up fighting him.
Think about the math of what Donnie's telling you here. Okay. Right. If his best weigh-in was 14%, okay, and this dude is on gear and his weigh-in is 230, but he's at 9%. Right?
No. This dude wasn't on the gear. The dude I fought later was on the gear.
Oh, okay.
But
sorry.
This
but
dude
you said he was 230, right?
That's what they told me. He ended up being 290 something pounds when it actually came out.
Oh wow.
I went all 3 rounds with him, but I felt every fucking round of that. So that was the fight prior to me fighting the dude on gear.
Well, so the reference I'm going to give here is like this. Just take Donnie fighting Donnie, right? Let's take Donnie fighting Donnie at 204, right? Donnie that we're talking to is walking in at 14, right? Donnie that he's fighting is walking in at 9%, right? Both the same weight, right? Understand that person, right, at that weight is coming in with the muscle mass that replaces with the muscle mass that has a muscle mass of a greater weight and density than Donnie we're talking to.
It's a higher level of efficacy within martial engagement.
Right.
And so he's able to deliver more power. He's able to deliver more power with each kick or punch.
Right.
Yes, sir. And I felt every single one of the motherfucking blows. But after about 45 seconds in, he was done. And when I say he was done because he was trying to put me out. And realistically, he should have put me out. But I had some real monsters that I was training with at the time. I'm not going to give the details on who I was training with, but I will say that who he was training with, his head coach for boxing was Vasily Girov. I don't know if anybody knows boxing, but that was a Russian motherfucker that was a monster, or Eastern European, should I say, who was a monster in boxing at the time. But yeah, after 45 seconds, he was done. And I strangled this motherfucker. I really should have put him out in the first round, but the second round, he was done the second round. And I put him out the second round. I choked him.
See, but that's my whole point. That's why I started out saying motherfucker ain't last no 3 rounds at that. And this is the thing. This motherfucker was probably healthy at that level. So look at these sisters, you know what I'm saying, doing what they do. Ain't no way that they're ready for that type of motherfucking physical engagement. And the motherfuckers who ready for that type of physical engagement is healthy, and that shit puts a tax on their body. So imagine them right now being where they at, big in the motherfucker, trying to do some big bitch yoga.
You know what I will.
That's a green screen with she holding some shit like.
She's holding the wall. She's holding up against. She's
the wheel.
She's holding herself against the wall or something.
It's a different dynamic, but you know, with the weight on, a lot of the sisters, they don't feel like they need to work out. They don't feel the desire. They don't feel like it's okay. They're comfortable being that, and then they try to convince you that is a normal thing for them, and they'll be well past overweight.
All right, but it's one thing we're missing, guys, because a lot of times these sisters eat a lot because it's a way that they use to curb their emotional
trauma.
Yes, psychological
trauma binging.
Right. So, and of course, there isn't any good enough psychological treatments for them. So, food acts as one of them. Some people do drugs, some people do food, and it has the same inducement in their
Yeah.
My brain's not working. But yeah,
you're right. You're right.
It releases oxytocin, makes them feel good temporarily, and also it helps with their neuroreceptors. Kind of just make sense of everything. So the moment that it's like, imagine having like a big, nice plate of like barbecues.
Hold up,
ribs.
Noir. Hold up. I'm gonna call your ass Noir because that first part fucks me up. We gotta hold up with something though. The thing is that yes, all that is true. But the thing is, they can do the motion. They have ability to do the motions that will get them into an overall organic, healthier state. They have the ability. So the thing is, they're actually choosing to go the opposite direction. So in the aspect of seeing this shit as them being the victim, because I don't know if you was listening when we first, stepped into this shit. I got my start in personal training dealing with some severely obese women, because in personal training, it's, 35 to fucking 21 is going to be your primary dynamic that you interact with, and these women was big than a motherfucker.
Wait, you do personal training?
Well, I did when I started. Right now, I'm rehab therapist now. So, but
nigga, listen, let me get your email because nigga, I'm trying to get on some buff nigga shit. Go ahead, we keep the conversation.
Yeah. I can rock with you, cuz it's all good. But the thing is, these women could definitely do everything that my fit clientele could do. The thing is that they didn't want to. They had the ability, but they didn't have the motivation. This actually what kind of propelled me into utilizing, some of my stand-up and how I instructed my clientele fitness-wise, and they actually started enjoying themselves and they was getting through that shit. They actually, the people who I was working with, they was fucking me out of money and shit. So I was trying to supplement doing other things, training here, training there, whatever. And one time I missed a session, but these 3 big bitches, they taught each other, cuz. Based off of the interaction that I was, interacting with them, they got motivated enough to teach each other. But the thing, so you're thinking of the whole big thing of it. It ain't big. Just because a motherfucker big don't mean that they can't move. A motherfucker that's big ain't 75% body fat. That ain't possible. You know what I mean? Real talk.
He said just because I'm fat doesn't mean I'm out of shape. And if you ever seen a Sammo Hung movie, that was a motherfucker who was acrobatic as shit. You like, how the fuck is he moving around like that with this big ass belly? This shit don't make sense. But he's moving, and a lot of these women can't even do that.
Right. And so,
Kev, you ain't shit, bro.
He ain't. Right, but can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the question I ask is, then what's the solution for sisters? Like actual solution. I don't mean like what's the things that will.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing that it's always been. Listen to your man. That's the thing.
Okay.
Kevin Samuels has this phrase that he says: "Men are the largest consumers of women. They need to take into consideration our value system." That's all it is.
That's true, but there's one problem with what he says is that men are also the biggest simps. We're still gonna sleep with anyone, no matter how big.
Okay, no. Okay, so
that kind of breaks.
You're gonna have the simps out there, nigga. These bitches ain't gotta choose these simps. These bitches ain't gotta choose these simps, cuz.
There's no solution. There's no solution. Okay, there's no solution while gaslighting exists. While you have covers telling you that this is healthy. That this is healthy, not only healthy, that this is desirable and this is sexy and this is what you should want. Don't believe your own penis, man. Believe what I tell you your penis wants.
Right. But the problem is there's still enough men who would still engage with them, at least sexually. Maybe not like marry them or, in a relationship properly. But you see, for a woman's mind, she's thinking, okay, like when a woman is a lot more selective than we are, right? When you go to a club, a woman's actually thinking, okay, I'll go home with that guy, but maybe not these other guys. But a guy is thinking, as long as she looks normal, I'll take home anyone. So for a woman, she thinks, okay, because she's already so selective of guys. She thinks when guys select her, these simps who are okay with sleeping with her or even in a relationship with her, she's thinking, okay, so if I can get a good looking simp, therefore most men must think I'm beautiful. So the problem is that kind of so you have all these magazines saying what you just said, and then you also have the reality of simps continuously dealing with them. So it's difficult for them to really know the truth.
Well, but the thing is that they're permitted to fool themselves. That's the whole thing. That's why you got to have cats that stand on principle and square of manhood. You know what I'm talking about? The thing is, but hold up, cuz you also got to remember, nigga, Simpson always been the highest majority, cuz sympatry is the largest aspect of low quality black men.
I would not say that it's always been, but I will say that more in recent times it has been, because niggas are comfortable with table scraps.
Yeah.
And I think this is emboldened women to have this foolishness, right? So you see some big bitches that run around and they want a fit nigga. Imagine a bitch that's 300 pounds, 250 pounds at 5'3". That's a big bitch, right?
Yeah.
Now you have her telling you she wants a nigga with a six-pack. So she has the right to have this standard, but you as a black man does not have this right to have this standard. You don't want because he's happy
You
getting.
can't handle a big woman. You can't handle a big woman.
I can't. I can't. I've had a bitch be like, you can't. You damn right. I can't. My dick don't fit. I don't have a dick in a wheelbarrow, so it's not gonna get past the 12 inches of fat that you got. And then get to the pussy, nigga. It's not gonna work.
You literally have a bitch eating a fried chicken drumstick, dipping it in ice cream, and slapping the Reese's peanut butter cup out of your hand, and you got fucking 4% body fat. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. But to as much as I hate to agree with Noir, I have to relinquish.
The nigga's right on this point. Like, it's crazy.
I have to relinquish this again, because the one of your fellow habitual line steppers had a show this week in which the general consensus was big bitches are the deal.
It's a PTSD factor. It's a PTSD factor that niggas have, because that's what we're accustomed to. So if you look at the dynamic of what we have as an option, motherfuckers will look at a bra who's fitting in shape and tell that bitch she's too skinny.
It's crazy. Right. It's insane. It's insanity.
But yeah, I guess that's what we're living in. The NIGGAS guys, we're just not being men anymore, really. So we're not putting our foot down, and then too many simps running around being told what they should want.
All right, hold on. Let's get something straight with this, man. God damn, man. Look, all y'all talking something about niggas. Y'all understand? There is niggas in the motherfucking world that is looking to rebuild and restore and be enriched and shit, right? All niggas ain't just no motherfucking just unnecessary hood niggas. You know what I'm talking about? You do got intelligent niggas. You got genius niggas, but they some
that's true. Actually,
niggas.
Brother Ike is an example. This nigga is one of the smartest niggas I've seen.
I'm a motherfucking nigga. I try to be something else, but that shit don't motherfucking work for me. You feel me? But the thing is, I ain't no dumb motherfucking nigga. You know what I'm saying? Y'all put down niggas like a motherfucker, cuz. Hold up. Niggas is people too, cuz. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, so Kev has a picture on the screen, right? This is healthy. This is a black one. What article is this?
Hold on, you cut out, dog. You cut out.
Oh yeah. What article is? I got a phone call. But yeah, what article is this? This is who is this from?
Cosmo.
Okay, so they put this up. So Cosmo did this shit on some tricky shit. This is healthy. This is a black woman. They're being real funny with this. This
hasn't come out yet. It will come out next month, as I understand it.
February. You look at it. But this is a woman who has her belly tucked in. She looked pregnant, and she's able to touch her ankle and lift up and do the little yoga pose like that.
But is
Right?
she really doing that though? Or
It
is
ain't
that
it ain't
Photoshop?
healthy. It's
So
impressive.
now flexibility is what is fitness apparently.
Correct. Flexibility is fit.
And I bet you she ain't held it that long.
So she's
If she
probably
did,
200 plus pounds. She's
Yeah.
easily 240.
oh, most
But
definitely.
And depending
you mean
on her height, right?
this?
But see,
Unless she's short,
but
right?
that's a height reference. But
Right,
here's
but
the problem. Her arteries are probably clogged.
Facts.
Her heart is heavy working.
Knees is
She might
fucked
have
up.
a knees
Yep.
is fucked. There's a whole lot of issues going on. But because she's able to do this yoga pose, this is all of a sudden great. This is proud.
Yes.
do you guys know
I'll be
about
right back.
Her A1C is high in a mug. Yeah.
do you guys know about the Hebrew Israelites in Israel, Dimona? So it's a bunch of sorry.
No, go ahead, go. You
Right.
go ahead. You talking about
So,
Yahweh crew and all that?
I forgot the name of this particular group, but
Yahweh
yeah,
and
so
Yahweh.
yeah, that one, yeah. So so these guys obviously they started from African Americans, and then they moved through Africa, and then they went to Israel finally.
Right.
Now, because the government didn't give them initially, they didn't give them any kind of help, assistance. They gave them some land, but that's about it. They had to develop their own health system. That means
Right.
they weren't eating meat, they were only eating vegetables, and they're making sure everything is cooked fresh. And they had exercise regimes for everyone. Everyone had to do it. Even the disabled people, they had to do something. So what happened is, if you look at Black Americans, and also in the UK, we have the highest, also Native Americans, right, have the highest heart problems, certain health problems relating to obesity, artery clogging, and all that kind of stuff, myocardial infarctions, heart attacks, etc. Now, what happened is they did some studies with the Israeli government, and they had the lowest of those problems in the whole country, just by simply changing the diet, eating properly, and exercising. And literally, so the kind of stuff which scientists say, these are genetic problems for black people in the Western world. That's not true. It's just the diet. Nothing genetic about us having higher cases of heart attack. It's just the foods that we eat and the cultural stuff that we have. We love things like oxtail. I mean, it tastes good, but we can't keep eating that stuff. Or pig's foot. It tastes good, but we can't keep eating it if we're not doing the exercise.
But you remember the episode of Boondocks where it was, they talking about the Luther burger and all that?
Right, yeah.
Right. And so in it, Pops was trying to explain to Huey that this is your culture. And Huey said, well, the cultures is toxic.
Right.
So over here, Black people are addicted to toxic culture, but they're not.
Right.
They're not. And I can understand why they want to engage with it. They'll put that history shit on it, but motherfuckers don't care about history. The thing is, you have to. Okay, so you're not over here in the United States, cuz you got to understand something, cuz when it comes to that slaveability perspective of reality, that is a very real thing. Like they say that it's bullshit that Harriet Tubman said, I saved hundreds, I could have saved thousands if they only knew that they were slaves.
No, that ain't
No.
that ain't bullshit.
No. But the thing that they say that is bullshit. But then you have certain things like Juneteenth out here in Texas, cuz you know what I'm saying? And you see, I call it the Juneteenth curse, because it's really like they're a little bit farther back in certain things than other folks. Like, think about it. They were like 2.5 years late of understanding that they were free or whatever. So think about you being the people who 2.5 years late while everybody else is building. I'm from North Tulsa, Oklahoma. So by that time, they're building Black towns, Black, competitive economic centers.
Right.
While you got these other people that's just, slaving it out and thinking that that's still the reality to do. Well,
KRS-One said something that was really powerful. You said you had three types of slaves back in the day, right? So you had the one slave that was always trying to figure out a way to escape. You had the second slave that was always comfortable, like, why would we want to leave? This master got us food, we good. All we got to do is work, and we good. We ain't got to do nothing else, right? Which is, I feel like, is the majority of Black people.
It is the 9-to-5ers. That's the mindset they are. You try to talk them in entrepreneurship, that's the first thing they come up with.
And then you have the third type of slave that didn't even know that there was a slave. I feel like that makes up the other half of the spectrum.
Right.
You only had
Can
a
you
small
imagine
percentage
that
that was
shit? You
trying to
seeing
escape.
motherfuckers hung and all kind of shit, and you still gotta go through the rigmarole to convince this motherfucker.
Right. Right. But they can't see
I
nothing
just
else.
gotta ask one
They
question.
can't see beyond that.
I gotta ask one question.
Ooh.
Which plantation did the slaves only eat cakes, cookies, pies, and ice cream?
On the
Wait, say that
imaginary
again.
plantation.
Say that again.
On the imaginary plantation.
I mean, they could barely get butter biscuits.
I mean,
I fully believe that there was plantations that brought out the
Treated
slaves
people.
butter biscuits and brought them out some cakes on an occasional basis, and that was enough for these niggas, right? I think that
Right.
that is a real thing. I've heard through shit. I've read it. I'm trying to think of which book I read where they was talking about on Saturday and Sunday these motherfuckers worked, but they was able to have a jamboree.
Oh,
Right.
that
So
was
these
on
motherfuckers,
holidays or some shit like that. Certain areas of the South they did that, but primarily
right? But
during holidays.
right, but you were able to do this shit. This made the motherfuckers content, and they were happy with what they were doing. But you have to understand, these are a group of people who were taken from their homeland, stripped of their language, stripped of their culture, stripped of their religion, and told this is what it was. So at a
Right.
certain point, you become happy with it. You see this when you look on Facebook. You see these Facebook groups. You see niggas in the prison with phones. They ain't supposed to have these phones in there. What do you see these
They
niggas
got
in the
phones.
prison doing?
They in their room cooking up stuff. I mean, they sitting up there. They got
Yo,
grills and they cells,
hold up, cuz.
fried ham.
Hold up. I had a homie in the pen. Look, this nigga been on his own since he was 15. He is a bona fide motherfucker hustler. This nigga was calling motherfuckers on cell phone before that shit was even fashionable for prison. All right, so you do got some thorough motherfuckers in there that can, you know what I'm saying, get them Andy Dufresne navigations going. You know what I'm talking about?
Motherfucker, but back then, because I had a cousin, he passed away. He was a Hoover Crip. He was moving, he was doing shit. He used to call me all the time. The nigga would call me and tell me how to do it better if I was doing some shit, right?
Yeah.
This was an era where cell phones weren't common. He was really moving in the prison. He was really making money and doing some shit, right? Now you have niggas now, they're getting phones all the time and doing some new shit. So you just seen in the past year and a half, 2 years, where there was a nigga in the prison who made a music video. He was rapping. The nigga put the music video out and he's in prison. Nigga, are you dumb? You so content in prison. You put a music video, are you dumb? But let's take it a step further, right? There was a nigga who just recently, he got his time extended. He got some other charges because he did a fashion show in prison.
I
Took
saw
pictures.
that shit. Yo, cuz,
Wow.
nigga, that shit was rocking, cuz he was actually doing his own thing in that bitch, man. Can't keep a nigga down, cuz.
The shit was fly. So you going, oh yeah, this nigga moving. He's in prison.
Right.
So he should have taken that shit and kept it moving and shut the fuck up. But it got on Facebook, the shit went viral. They extended this nigga's time and they hit him with some charges that I ain't even heard of. They hit him with some charges. It was like, yeah, you trying to escape because you made these outfits to make it look like you're a regular
Oh
person.
wow.
Nigga, you're in general
That's some
population.
BS.
How many gates you got to go through? How many churches? Nigga, you telling me this nigga because he had some shit that looked like prison issue with it? I think it was like hustle culture or like you can't hold me down. Some some niggery shit from the
It's,
Trent.
look, our resilience
Hey,
is their largest strength.
Rogish. Rogish, hold that thought real quick. I have to acknowledge this. Thank you for the Cash App Icos. Yeah, I mean, yes, he dropped the bill on me, by the way. So I thought that should be acknowledged. I really appreciate your generosity as always.
Who dropped the bill?
Big Ike is always in the comments taking shots, and he letting motherfuckers know he's here to represent. Realistically, I want to have this motherfucker. Actually, you finna do interviews. You need to have this. Ike, you need to get on here and have a conversation because you also said that you was past.
We're way ahead of you, buddy.
We're
already communicating.
I'm just saying, but this man has said he's passed. He's out here dropping these bills. He's supporting the black manosphere. Understand, this is a motherfucker who is out here moving and doing shit for the black community. There's a lot of bitches out here who I've heard that are doing things, quote unquote, and all they do is get on Twitter. Do you understand that this man is supporting black black conversations online, do you understand this is really the underground railroad that we're on, and this motherfucker is supporting us to move through? Do you think that Kev ain't got other shit to do? Kev has got other shit to do. He got a kid, he got a wife. This motherfucker Ike is supporting him to keep moving every night. And he does this on multiple Black Manosphere channels. We got to send a shout out to this nigga that's unparalleled.
No,
Yeah.
Ike has Ike has been on his what do you call it? Santa Claus. This the last 3 months that I've sat and watched at many channels where Ike has blessed many a content creator.
Man, like but this nigga's a bit. Earlier you were talking about like apparently there's like some genius niggas, right? I went on this channel and I was hearing some of the conversations. I was like, I had to open up a dictionary, and then and also open up a Latin dictionary, try to translate the English into Latin. What's going on, man?
That's what's up. That's what's up. Shit,
Yeah.
niggas still sharp as steel. Some still a little bit, you know what I'm saying, sharper than others. And if
Yeah,
you
nah,
don't,
this
you know what I'm saying?
nigga's
Yeah,
not
but
right.
you know what though? But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, thanks, brother. I really
That's
appreciate
right.
it. You know.
And yo, while we at it, yo, you know what I'm saying? I know you ain't dropping nothing yet, but yo, respect Matty Ghost, nigga. You a G, cuz.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Matty
Right.
Ghost is a G too, man. So,
I mean, that's. I mean, we were just like I said. It doesn't mean to say it. Me giving that to Ike didn't mean that other people aren't out there. It's just
no. We have to. No, he just acknowledged Matty Ghost because Matty Ghost has been very generous to this channel as well.
Yeah.
And especially that night where I had that big show talking about Rebecca Lynn Pope and Kevin Samuels. He was really good. Him and Ike were really good to me during that show. So I mean, that is very appreciated. But also everyone else who have given me super chats, including Donnie and including Rogish up here. So
yeah,
I mean. So I mean, everyone is all like super chats are appreciated, and they're and I'm sure every content creator appreciates super chats as well. What I really hate is when someone like another content creator shits on the fact that these content creators are getting super chats and cash apps. Like that is so stupid.
That really happens?
Yeah, that really happens.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's a jealousy and envy factor. A lot of these dudes feel like the information should be given for free, which it is, right? But when you get these contributors, this helps the lights keep coming on, right? So imagine you done got $500 in the night. That $500 went to upgrade that equipment. That $500 went to go ahead and pay your StreamYard fee for the next year. You got these men coming out here to where, especially in this economy, people are fucked up. They're pushing a hard line and they ain't getting no support. Now you have Ike coming in, you have Matty Ghost coming in. That's pushing us farther on down the line.
Yeah. And Kev, when you do an interview discussion, make sure you figure out how this nigga's making that bread. How I want to get in.
Hey, you know what though? I mean, like, interviews aren't just for entertainment, but they are to inform as well. I've seen other content creators do very productive interviews. A lot of those interviews don't get shine, but they are very valuable. They are very valuable. So I'll make sure that interview is valuable. Right there. Like I said, there's going to be some people I'm cool with. There's going to be some people I'm going to have to do Piper's Pit on. But, that's the kind of style or interview that I want to do. I want to bring something very new and innovative to the Black Manosphere.
What people don't understand is through our history, we've had a lot of Black people. Some of them are unspoken, right? They sit in the back and behind the scenes, and you have some people that are up front. These people, a lot of Black movies couldn't roll. You got to understand. Sweet Sweetbacks, right? Remember that movie, Sweet Sweetbacks?
Yes, sir.
That movie wouldn't have gotten nowhere without who?
The Black Panthers.
Bill Cosby.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, Bill Cosby, right?
Bill Cosby dropped it on him.
Yeah, that movie was very, very poorly acted, but it is a cult classic.
I didn't even feel like the movie was poorly acted. I felt like it was perfect for the time because you had a whole bunch of Black people. But it was perfectly acted for the time because you didn't have a bunch of Black people out here doing their own movie directing. with a bunch of black actors. How many times did you see movies with a full nigga cast before that? It just wasn't there. So to have a whole black cast,
He
it
had
was
people
something
that was
else.
But let me throw this
in there
out
that
here.
weren't even actors. The bikers were real bikers.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and let me throw this out here. That black exploitation film era saved Hollywood. I
Thank
mean, yes, it was
you.
like like I said, it's not. That's not me hating saying it was poorly acted. Okay, it was experimentation. It was trying new things. It was
Right.
poorly
Right.
acted was such a poor choice of words. It was innovation.
It
It was
was
innovation.
very innovative.
Yeah. So that's why movies like Superfly, Shaft,
Right.
and some of the more
5
forgotten,
on the black
Would
hand side.
we'll
like Greater
dip further.
Parlay.
We'll dip further. Posse.
Oh, Posse.
Right.
Oh yeah, and
What?
then like the movie that was the homage to the black exploitation film era that came out a few
Black
years.
Dynamite.
Black Dynamite, like
Yes,
very
sir.
funny film, but it was
Yes, sir.
total homage to the black exploitation film.
Right.
It's a fucking beautiful film because it touches the nuances of black
Mhm.
exploitation.
But you had that, and then you reach down the line. You Mario Van Peebles, right?
Captain Kangaroo Pimp.
all of Mario Van Peebles solo, all that shit couldn't have been here without Mario Van Peebles, right?
Yeah.
Then you have Nate Parker. You couldn't have had that without Sweet Sweetback. He got a new movie coming out. You couldn't have had this shit.
I think you mean Melvin Van Peebles, his father.
No, I mean the son Solo.
He was the actor.
Mario did
No,
solo, but Melvin did Sweetback.
No. Yeah, no.
I'm saying he was the actor, but the director and the producer was Melvin.
Right, but his son didn't get anywhere without his father being somebody, right?
Yes.
His father taught him the game, and that pushed the whole genre. Go ahead.
Hey, Donnie, real quick, hold that thought. Please, do not type all caps in the chat. Okay, wrenches are active. Anybody in the chat with a wrench, a moderator, if they type in all caps, please time them out. But I will respond to Wallace. Y'all get off these women weight. It ain't your woman. Like first of all,
Hey yo, but let me shout out PMGB. Hey yo, y'all get off of the all caps, but y'all are honorable motherfuckers.
PMGB is cute. PMBG is cool. PMBG is cool.
Yeah.
I know that person, but see what typing in all caps does is send bots here.
Get it.
I don't need that here. I don't want people timed out. And there's already a couple of people that come to this channel that can't super chat because YouTube is fucking with it. So I just don't want any more of that kind of thing.
Right.
So
So let me ask y'all this in the aspect of the context of saying the heavy truth about the image of health and everything, saying dealing with sisters. What do you think are what would y'all say are 3 of the factors involved with them possibly selecting the latter of what the social conditioning is prompting them to absorb?
That's an interesting question. All right, so 3. So you're saying as a counter then, as a solution then?
Yeah, well, not necessarily solution, but something that may guide them into a more instrumental engagement, because everything that the social conditioning is prompting them to engage in is detrimental.
Yeah, they have it's very difficult because they have so many feedback mechanisms and gaslighting that gaslights within it's gaslighting, but it's not gaslighting in the traditional sense of which you're trying to mess with somebody's grasp of reality. It's gaslighting to the effect of giving them a false sense of self. What do you call it? Not self-worth, but esteem, self-esteem.
Yes.
And that's facilitated again by women to other women, by these publications, by men validating them because they're still willing to deal with them and even willing to lie to them and tell them, "Oh, maybe you look better than that woman who's actually fit."
It all contributes to a false sense of vanity, right? So if we're talking on a purely looks aspect, I just talked to my little sister and her friend. And my little sister has kind of been swayed by her little friend, and the little friend comes from a household full of divas is what we'll go with, right? A lot of women over the age of a certain, like 40, 35, 40, with no man, who feel like they just the shits, but they can't find a man
Right.
to keep up with them, right?
Yeah.
So if we look at the dynamic there, a lot of these women are big, right? So that's one strike against them. They have these crazy hairstyles that are really attributed to weave and everything else. That's another thing, right?
Yeah.
They go with blonde hair, they go with red hair, they go with these ridiculous hair
Oh,
colors.
God.
The mink eyelashes is another crazy thing, and these crazy ass long uh, fingernails. I don't know what
Yeah.
they're called, press ons or whatever they are, to where they
Right.
can't even wipe their ass. My little sister came around. She had like 2 or 3 inch nails. I said, "How do you open a car door and wipe your ass like everybody else?" No, the fuck you can't open your car door like everybody else, nigga. You drive a Honda, nigga, so you can't wave your hand in front of the door like it's a test and the door open up. So how are you opening your door, everybody else? And I said, tell
Right.
you
You are not tapping on the
what,
keyboard the same way I am. I'm telling you that right now.
right. So I said, tell you what, I give you $20 and get you a bottle of alcohol. My sister's 20. I give you a bottle of alcohol so you can do whatever the fuck you want to. If you can open my car door like a normal human being, couldn't do it.
Uh,
So at a certain point, it becomes purely for them, which is insane because every other group of women, every other group of men are doing things to attract the other sex.
right.
Why is it that black women are doing things purely for themselves? You got to marry yourself at the end of the day. Who's the latest victim of that? Maya.
So you know what? On a scale of 1 to 10, how toxic would you
Hey, Donnie.
designate their independence?
Hey, Roguish Donnie. Yeah, you know that show. Okay, that show is tomorrow night, kind of. So,
Okay. All right. I respect.
so
Respect.
just remember,
Process.
you can say it tonight, but just remember it for tomorrow night if you happen to stop by. If
No,
you
no,
I'll
can.
no.
rock with
If
you,
I
cuz.
if I can get in. So, but yeah, my thing is, at the end of the day, you look like a bunch of fucking losers doing things to prove yourself.
Right.
Much like prisoners, you motherfuckers is in cell getting swole for who, nigga? For who? A bunch of
Selfish.
other
Well,
niggas.
some of them are getting swole for these women that's sending them money. I was just looking at an article that a lot of women are sending these guys money and everything. I mean, and they sitting up there, abbed up and everything. They sending them money. I was tripping, dude.
Well,
These
it's
guys on there, they on there on their cell phone, sitting up there
Hey,
posing
hey,
for them, and
hey, cuz, that's just the reverse motherfucking OnlyFans thing, cuz. That's
oh
all
like
it
wow,
is. Look,
I don't know
look,
nothing.
look,
Oh,
look,
okay,
look, 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 look.
I don't
Okay,
know too much about that.
no, the thing is, if nigga is gonna dive into an overabundance of tricking energy, it only,
Right?
it makes sense that bitches gonna do the same thing too.
Yeah, they good.
But these bitches are tricking for fellas, cuz.
They're getting money put on their books, so I guess hey.
I mean, hey,
Again,
if y'all can get it, you know what I'm saying? You niggas in there behind there wearing them stripes and them oranges and nigga, fuck that. Nigga, fleece them for every motherfucking dollar. Cause if you don't, a motherfucking reverend will.
Mm.
again, this shit runs back to the vanity dynamic. You have to look at these women, right? These women are out here looking at niggas who are prisoners.
Damn, that bitch
What do
strong.
prisoners have in the cell working out? They working all their muscles, get
Motherfucker.
faithful, right? They're super
She's
fucking
like,
faithful. They only
yeah.
got
Do they
eyes
have a
for you because
choice?
you don't. Right. They only got
God
eyes for you.
damn.
Another bitch. They can write you letters all day. If a nigga's slick enough to get a phone, he can call you all day. So these
Yeah.
bitches got the perfect nigga. And then what happened when the nigga get out? Relationship
Hey,
meltdown because he fucking all the
right.
bitches he can because he's prime candidate. These bitches
Right.
set themselves up for failure over vanity. And that's all it fucking is. It's fucking vanity.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what it
But
is.
see, can I point this out? Can I point this out real quick? So we have this woman here in the center picture, right?
Mhm.
And what women will see, what black women will see with this woman, is they'll recognize that every single one of us, I'm going to think here, finds the black woman in the middle attractive.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
By objective standards of beauty and subjective standards of beauty, right?
Shit,
Noir?
the one on the left is a bad motherfucker.
Get that one in the middle, man. That's thick.
I'm leading to a point here.
Yes, sir.
What I'm leading to is, this is me from this. I find the biggest attractive thing in two things: in that she is not pancake covered in makeup and she is fit.
Right.
Oh, she is very close to fit. I think she's outside of fit, but she's very close to fit. Right? So this woman will look at her and say, oh, the reason why she's attractive is because the hair, the earrings, the eyelashes, and the nails.
No, because the most natural one is the one that's on the right. You know what I'm saying? All she got to do is stick to a regimen for about motherfucking 3 months, and that bitch is fire. Cuz look at her hair. Look, she got the pretty face, less makeup.
So let's look at the three pictures, right? The one on the left is clearly working out. All three of them don't have a man. That's just standard, right? But the one on the farthest left. All three of them don't have a man.
I didn't know you was black pill, cuz I thought you was just red pill,
nigga. I wasn't even born in the Matrix, my nigga. I'm tank, nigga. I was USDA grown flesh, nigga. Listen, but the one, all three of them don't have a man. The one on the left is working out, trying to get herself a man, right? That's where you want to meet your wife at.
Right.
The one on the far on the what your wife gets to.
You talking? Hold up. You hold up. You Borgin, dog.
Right. Everybody's acknowledging that your wife.
Donnie. You started Borgin. So when you were talking about the woman on the right, go ahead. Start over with that.
Is we all acknowledge is what you want your wife to look like after a few years. Oh shit! Okay, she didn't put on some weight. She didn't have a baby. This is her.
Yeah, there you go.
This is her from the end of time on, right? Definitely. The one in the middle is a bitch who done got a little bit too big, but she didn't figure out the angle of the angle magic, and she done casted a spell on the camera, right? So now she's bent over. You see a big ass. Mm-hmm. Oh shit! Okay, hey.
This nigga in the mountains, cuz.
What's up?
And you focusing on the wrong shit here. You going, oh, her ass is big. She cute. That bitch is a little bit too far from what you want. So these are the three phases of the women that you see.
Okay, hold up. So you got the three phases. Drop the three ages. What do you think their ages is?
They probably all the same age. It just depending on who was working out. It depends on who was working out and who was doing what. I can't see much of a difference because magic angles and magic makeup.
You know what? I'm actually right there in agreement with Donnie. They could literally be within 2 years of each other.
Okay, but you so take a look at the energy in the photos. The first energy, she posing. The second energy, this bitch is posing. The third energy, she just being herself. So she just rocking it how she rocking it. This might be her in just a regular normal setting. So now you gotta rate the level of potential within the bitch. You know what I'm saying?
They always know.
In 6 months she can look like left side.
Okay. Let's look at the poses, right? One got her hands up, touching her hair, so it's real hair.
Yeah,
that bitch is braggadocious about it, and she would look like a little faux pack pumping out, right?
Right.
That nigga got the pose of I've been grinding in the motherfucking gym, nigga. I'm with the shits. You can't tell me nothing, nigga. Right? Then you have the chick on the right. Hey, listen, I'm still here. I'm still cute though, right? I'm still cute though. That's that hand on the hip pose.
Man, that bitch can get it, cuz.
She sure could. And the middle one is I gotta put a little extra on it just to show these niggas I'm still cute. Which one you going with?
Right.
The middle.
She's got to take.
That bitch was in the chinky video. I like it when you do it right there.
No, the one in the middle. Yeah, the one in the middle is missing everything, but the hair blowing with the fan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. She in LA right now, so okay, it is what it is.
Hey, the one I would go for, pretty much based on my taste, is the one on the right.
Right.
Thank
Black.
you.
Yeah,
Same.
Say that.
Same.
and the black. I'm talking about like everything.
Like less attitude. She look like she would have less attitude.
I'm talking about
Look,
everything.
her
Like
smile,
she look.
her smile is genuine.
Right.
She
It look
look
like
like
she.
She
she
has
look
to
like
have the
she walk
kid.
around the head. She look like she walk around the house like that.
Look,
Exactly.
I'm
She
for all
does.
three. I'm for all three of them. But if you're going to ask me which one I think is more attractive, it's the one on the left.
So listen, I'm gonna be the dickhead here. The woman on the right, she does look like she's very genuine with it, right? She looks like she's very genuine with it, and she's gonna tell you, "I'm cute, ain't I? You want to fuck with me? You gonna also have to take these kids as a package deal."
You know what? You know I'm a mother first, right? You know I'm a mother first. So
Mhm.
if I have, I want to be the number one priority in your life,
Oh
and
my
then my
god.
kids, and then the dog, and then my friends,
The
and
the
then
one
sometimes you get some money.
exactly the one on the right look like she says, "I need a provider."
Oh, okay. All right.
Along with the one in the middle. The one in the middle want a nigga who makes $100,000 a year plus he's a provider plus he
Nigga, that's a
carries
bitch
this in
with
a
an
wheelchair.
attitude. The one
Yeah,
on
she
the
got an
right
attitude. I can
is
look at that and tell.
you know what I'm saying? As far as compatible with being cooperative. You know what I'm saying? Her smile is genuine. The hand on the hip. You know what I'm saying? She's still feeling herself, but she knows she got, you know what I'm saying, a little
She
bit of
got two
chunk
kids
to
at the
her.
crib.
No,
She got two
nigga,
kids at the crib.
she got
I feel
she got 4 weeks of eating like bullshit, boy. If she break that shit off of there, nigga, that shit gonna melt away. Nigga, that's a
yeah.
motherfucking prime
It,
bitch right there, cuz.
it's gonna melt away, and then you gonna have a stomach that look like balled up homework still.
Y'all niggas super. You know what? I asked BGS if Kevin Samuels really exposed, or not Kevin Samuels, but Raj, in the aspect of how he approaches things, if it shows that the space is really largely more black pill than red pill. And you niggas is proven to be, you know what I'm saying, hella motherfucking black pill, cuz.
Nigga, I wasn't born in the Matrix.
One
I
on
can't help you there.
the one on the left, right? The one on the left, she's liable to pinch one of your love handles and look at you with her eyebrows raised. Where we going?
Yeah, depends on how much. Hey, depends on how much
What
you.
are
How
we
many
doing
stacks you got.
What are we doing
You
here?
know,
What are we doing?
you got 6 figures. She be straight. I guarantee it.
Oh shit.
I
What are we doing
guarantee it.
here?
Yeah, but you know what though?
But
PMGB
is that a bad thing? Is that a bad thing? She keeping you on your game.
Facts.
PMGB raises a question. What is her mind like? So
Yes.
would you agree with all three of these that the mentality could ruin any kind of
Absolutely.
experience?
Yeah.
Beauty?
I'm gonna tell
Especially
you off
them.
top. All three of
Especially
these bitches
the
poison.
middle and the left. You
Yep.
can tell they got an attitude.
Yep.
Kevbmbbh DeVoe had a song called "Never Trust a Big Butt and Smile."
And
All three
smile,
of these
exactly.
bitches, yeah, all three of these bitches have a big butt, nigga. It's
But
not
the
we
one
can
on the
do
right
it.
looks more genuine, man. I mean,
Yes.
she the only one
You
really
want
smile.
Yeah.
you want a bitch with a good mentality? She gonna have to have some bullet
And
wounds
this a
and
genuine
a couple
smile. You know what I'm saying? That's a
Right.
bitch. That's a
stab.
bitch that can take direction, and you know what I'm saying. Possibly build you an enriching family. You know what I'm saying. The other two, them bitches gonna be out for themselves, and they only looking for
Right.
the come up. And then if you treat them like bitches, they gonna have an issue with that.
Mhm. Unless you smacking some, some stacks on their face, then they just gonna deal with it for the time being. But
Nigga, that's
Make it quack, quack, quack,
The
quack,
only
quack.
place I've ever seen a bunch of black women like this who look like these three women who are gorgeous, who ain't fucked up mentally, is and probably
I ain't seen it.
Whiz Kid. We're gonna call the nigga Whiz Kid. Because I'm not calling him that, but Whiz Kid. Have you been to Amsterdam?
No.
Nah.
He
Heard
said
about it.
no.
Heard about it.
No. But Whiz Kid, he ain't on the panel no more. Massage Niguar.
Hey, he doesn't
Oh, he dipped
seem to
off.
be on the
Okay.
panel anymore. He went away. I guess when
Okay.
So some people it's like we say sometimes. Some people are only around to hear us talk negatively or hate watch us or try to
Let's say some
make
shit.
us prove that we just hate women. No, we don't. We don't just hate. Like,
Exactly.
look at these three. Like, look at these three
The
women right here.
motherfuckers,
Like,
bro.
yeah,
The women I've caught like
we
that
are we
who have
are.
been like,
And you know what? They
yeah,
need to take into consideration that the first two are the ones that have the desired, saying, body weight and body fat percentage and everything that's, social conditionally, set. But the third one is the one that is emitting the most resonance out of all of them. And so, sisters, I want y'all to take into consideration. Look at the third sister. She got natural hair, right? She got a natural smile. You can look in her eyes and tell that her smile is genuine. Look at that hand on the hip. She's just doing some old simple ass fucking pose just because, oh, okay, she just happened to have the bra panty on and motherfucker want to snap a picture and that thing. But these other bitches is posing.
Posing, right?
I
I'm not gonna hold it
believe she's
against them.
posing. I believe
I
she's
mean, yeah,
posing.
they literally in the studio. You're right.
Exactly.
They all three of them posing. The
I
only
mean, she
difference
might be
is
the
the chick
one
on
on
the
the right
right.
might be in the studio too, but it looks more natural than the two.
Yeah.
You know.
Look,
This,
look, look,
The
look,
one on
this is
look,
this is
look,
all
Donnie.
three of them are in a photo shoot. This is not somebody just
Yeah.
that just
Well,
picked
I
off
can
of the.
dig it. I can dig it, but the whole thing is
listen,
politics, cuz it's politics. Even
the
if she is a
only
hoe, is she good at making herself not look like one? You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, fuck it. I gotta give that shit
mm-mm.
some motherfucking salute.
You're not finna okie dokie. The only difference between the chick on the right is her boyfriend been denied parole for the third time. She had to give it up. Get with it. Period. 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 Point blank. You're not finna okie doke me. You're not finna.
Nah.
Nah. Her boyfriend been denied probation for the third time. The only time I've seen chicks that look like the three of these chicks that had a good mind is they was foreign. They was mixed chicks in the UK, like probably like Jessica X ass, right? And then it was chicks from Amsterdam, some shit like that. Them chicks from
Hey,
Amsterdam,
hey,
I'm gonna
hey,
tell you,
cuz,
mixed chicks
Hey,
from the
hey,
UK and the
hey,
chicks
hey,
from
hey,
Amsterdam got low
one
self
sec.
esteem. Nigga, it's all day.
Hey, one
look,
second. Hey, somebody's breathing
yeah.
heavily in the mic. So I just want to make sure you knew that. So, all right, cool. I don't hear it anymore. So, go ahead, Donnie.
But yeah, no, the only time I've ever seen chicks like these, it was foreign. It's been more than a few chicks I done caught from Amsterdam. I'm like, bitch, what's wrong with you? You ain't trying to abuse me or nothing. What's wrong? Huh? What? Would you mean you want to actually go Dutch on this day? She's like, yeah, bitch, I am Dutch. Oh shit, hey, my bad. Well, let's go. What you want to spend on this food cart? It's $3.50 per person. So, bitch, Annie up. You want to go get a 40 from the 7-Eleven? Okay, that costs $2. I'll pay for that. I got you. I got you. I got you. You
He
gonna spend
said,
the night with
he
me
said,
anyway? We
"What's wrong
fucking.
with you, woman? You don't want to ruin my life. What's going on? What is
But
your purpose?"
you know what? You see PMGB saying, my question is, what is mine like? The thing is you looking for a wife? Because that's the whole thing. If you're just looking for a sister to interact with, then that's different than looking for a wife. Like, that's one thing I noticed at 41. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my best friend who a lawyer, he was telling me, like, look, man, if you're dealing with most chicks in our age range and a little bit below as young as 30, you're looking for bitches looking for wives. And it's like, I just
Mm-hmm.
got a 10-year motherfucking marriage, ended in divorce. If marriage is supposed to be some forever shit, I ain't trying to jump into no forever shit right off the back, and all these bitches want forever shit right off the motherfucking bat. So it's like, is you defaulted to fucking with a young bitch? Since simply they don't want, what I'm saying, a husband and kids and shit?
You gotta. If you looking for fucking and situations, you keep with the 20 and under, bitch. Or you go with a chick that's 34, 35 and
They want,
over because
nigga, they want the motherfucking Patrick, cuz. They want the
right, but
package.
if you deal with a chick that's 34, 35 and over, right? There's a lot of these chicks. There's some chicks looking for marriage, right? But there's a lot of these chicks who just settle because they ain't had nothing good. They've just been through the dick carousel, shall we say?
Region. Hold
And
up. Region, bro. I'm in Texas, nigga. That shit ain't finna happen out here, nigga. The curse of Juneteenth, nigga. I mentioned that shit before.
I don't know. I feel a certain type of way because I've seen it through like my relatives, but a lot of them like fucking with younger chicks. So younger chicks is out here to party and do some extra shit, right? So
Yeah.
they know,
Young
and they're
bitches
not
is
really
a
trying to
headache,
move
dog.
you
That's the only thing.
to a
Young bitches is
situation.
a headache, and old bitches is a motherfucking
They are a
responsibility.
headache, but any chick that you just fucking is a headache to begin with because that's all you doing is you fucking. She ain't trying to prove herself, and she knows she
Right.
ain't trying to prove herself. Then that's what the problem is. How many chicks do you know at 23 is coming over your house doing your dishes, doing your laundry, making sure you good, straight, and everything else, bringing food over to them? It's not fucking happening,
Right.
right? Them bitches is a fucking
Right.
headache, but them bitches are the most wife worthy of the lot. But if you get an older bitch that's 35, 36, you can knock her into say, hey, look, I'm scarred. I'm mentally broken. She gonna try and work on you and do all the shit that she's supposed to do because she
That's
believes.
fucked up, cuz. Why you put it like
I'm
that,
pray for
nigga?
y'all, boy. Ooh, boy.
And let me tell you, I'm the oldest. I'm the youngest nigga out the panel. I know
Yeah.
I am, and I've seen it because I'm not, bro. I've been all over it. It was a chick that I was fucking with that was the
Nigga,
COO
you know
for a
how
health
scary
company.
that is to hear your ass have that level of motherfucking Mac pimp, old motherfucking 70-year-old wisdom, nigga, and you the youngest
Nigga,
nigga on the panel. Look, we don't want your ass to be
understand.
rationally right. That's scary
Under
as fuck.
understand, nigga. If my current life path didn't work out, nigga, I was gonna be sending a bitch. So I had to learn what I had to learn while I could learn it. And
God
my
damn.
whole thing
Fuck up.
and my whole thing is these bitches has not changed in the last 20 years. You listen to these OGs give you the wisdom, these bitches have not fucking changed. So you got an older bitch, bitches will be settling. You how many times okay, so let's put it like this. You see a chick with 4, 5 kids, right? She's 40 years old. She's acknowledging. I don't give a fuck what anybody got to say. They can be capped online all day. They can get on these internet streets and talk about how they want a high value man to take care of them. That bitch
Right.
get with a nigga who ain't about shit. She's bringing this nigga TV dinners because she can't cook on a check.
God damn, Kev,
Wow.
where you get these pictures from, nigga?
Hey Kev, hey Kev,
Am I lying?
I,
While sucking dick,
Yo, yo, yo,
sucking
yo,
dick to keep the nigga. Am I?
yo.
Next three. Hold up. Next three. Go ahead, Kev.
Hey, Kev, I was gonna keep ignoring him. He's just. I gotta stand, and I apologize. He's over here. I was just gonna keep ignoring him
What up?
because
What up, though?
because
What
you
up,
can
though?
see it
Well,
was
go ahead.
driving him
Go ahead.
crazy. It was driving him fucking crazy.
What was?
Okay,
Go
so
ahead. Go ahead.
let
Bring
me
it
say
down.
this.
I'm not even
So
gonna give him
so
the privilege of saying his name.
so we gonna ignore that nigga. Whoever's in the chat, we fuck that nigga. Listen,
Yeah.
we on these pictures right here, right? So we got 3 new pictures and 3 new women. So we have one on the left. This is a big bitch with a very fucking deceptive outfit on, or what is it with a bathing suit on? She's displaying the goods. She's with it. This is my ass. It's big, ain't it? Don't pay attention to my stomach. But look at these little bitty titties. Right? In
Little
the
bitty
middle, we
nigga,
have a
her
chick.
man can barely cover that motherfucker. She at least a duper size B.
Yeah, she fooled you, nigga. Them is B cups.
But the chick in the center is just killing it all. You know,
the,
No,
so.
the,
that's
the
Bree.
chick the
That's
That's
chick
Bree
Bria
in the
Miles.
Miles.
center the chick in the
Ah,
center had a couple industry nigga dicks. I didn't even know it was,
that's
I
a
didn't know
fine
who Bria
motherfucker,
Miles is.
boy.
But
Y'all know
but she done
she got a
had
motherfucking
some
pilgrim,
industry
cuz.
nigga dicks.
She with a pilgrim, nigga.
She can sell pussy to a nigga who's gonna be foolish enough to buy it. I ain't buying the bitch pussy. And then the bitch on the right, she was a former thought that had a couple kids, gained a little bit too much weight, but she like, hey, listen, I'm this pussy good, and that's the pose she got. Look at her hand. Look at her hand. That's a this pussy good pose. Now I'm not going for it. I'm not going. I'll fuck the one in the middle and discard her. I'll fuck the one on the right. I'm gonna discard her.
Donnie,
The one on the left, I can't even fuck with her.
Donnie,
Yeah.
what black woman have you ever met that said her pussy wasn't good?
Uh, foreign ones.
Because every American black woman that I've ever met, they all think like you can have 5 black women in there. That's an easy way to start a fight. So which one do you think you have the better pussy? So how do you think your pussy is better than her pussy? That's how you would get them in a fight.
Difference between a motherfucker who got a machine gun and a motherfucker who only got a pistol. Motherfucker,
You know?
nigga, all you got is a good pussy. Oh, bitch, so you got a tattoo in your neck, mm. But the pussy's still good. That's one bitch, right? And then you have a
Yeah.
chick over here who the pussy's still good, and she got a little shape to her. She got multiple guns in the arsenal. You got the one bitch who's on the right who got the nigga name on her neck and on her ass. Son, I can't fuck with you. I can't. She too big, and she knows she's too big. That's why she got this outfit on. She knew when she got in the mirror that she looked like she was the Michelin lady, but she didn't give a fuck because the pussy good.
Right. Like the head, like who put all of these potatoes in this pink pillowcase?
Nigga, let me tell you, I didn't been fat. I didn't look at myself in the mirror and be like, listen, this outfit's not gonna work. Let me get a
Right.
size bigger. We're gonna hide this. So if
Yeah,
I
this,
did that,
this
how
is
the
not
fuck
what
she
we
didn't do that?
exactly, and that's the point I'm saying. They got working, functioning fucking eyes. They convince. This is some. I don't. This is some internal mental green screen bullshit that they pull off on themselves. Like because you can't walk out, you can't go out in public, you can't present these pictures talking about, oh, I know I'm the shit, and I'm all dimes, all the dimes, throw your hands up. Dimes,
Let,
you
let,
a wheat penny.
let, let me run from left to right in percentage of getting married. Right, you have the one on the left, no percentage of getting married. It's just not happening. I get a percentage. She got a 5 to 10% percentage of getting married. You have Bria Miles in the middle. She's 25%. She's gonna find herself a simp nigga like a Kanye West or some goofy ass NFL player or goofy ass NBA basketball star who's gonna marry. That's gonna end in divorce. So she's gonna end up divorced. You have the bitch on the right. She's already been married. She's looking, she can't find a man, and niggas ain't shit. That's where we are.
So
See, I
you telling me the sister on the far left and the white.
Hmm.
You telling me a motherfucker won't wife her.
see.
Nope.
I
And I'm
think
gonna tell you why.
I think she's
She,
afraid to lose weight because I think she thinks if she loses weight, her titties will shrink, and she's already not working with much.
she's
No, nigga, they
she's.
afraid of
I'm
losing
gonna
that
tell you. I'm gonna
ass.
tell
Look
you.
at that ass, nigga.
All, all
That
all of
ass.
these all of these women are attractive. They all have a fucked up mentality. I'm just gonna put it on them. They all have a fucked up mentality, and the reason that
Yo,
they
hold
have
up,
a fucked up
wait. You say
mentality,
all of them is attractive?
all of
Mm.
I feel like all of them is attractive. Yeah, I knocked every one of them down. I'm not saying I
Oh,
wouldn't, nigga. The
oh,
the,
well,
the last panel,
hold up. You will knock motherfucking potato sack down?
nigga, I wouldn't tell not a motherfucking soul.
God damn, all right, shit. Okay, so
Wouldn't
let me ask you this.
wouldn't
Most motherfuckers that
He
don't mind
said,
chubby bitches, they like
he said,
Mexican bitches. You did
nigga
Latina and
he
Mexican
said,
bitches.
she'll go
nigga
in the black book. She'll
would
go in the black
Is
book,
that
but
a
she ain't
fetish?
going in the catalog.
let me tell you that bitch. Listen, players fuck up too, nigga. I done had dry patches, nigga. That bitch is faithful. That's the old faithful. Hey, what you doing? I ain't got nothing going on. Hey, you want to come over? I'm bringing you some fettuccine Alfredo. I was cooking and shit. Yeah, come on through, nigga. Oh, bitch. Bring some Hennessy and some pineapple juice too. Oh, yeah, I'm on my way. I'll be there in about 45 minutes, nigga. That's old fucking faithful, nigga. That's the bitch I have on backup, nigga. So listen, don't misunderstand, nigga. She could get the dick, nigga. She probably sucked the rust off a chain. I'm not denying that. I wouldn't have nothing to do with that bitch on some marital aspects. None of these bitches actually. But
Man,
realistically talking, and that's probably what has these women fucked up. Nigga, I'll fuck. Yeah, sure will. But she takes that I'll fuck her mentality as somebody will marry her. And that's what the problem is. So all of these women have this mentality and they want too much. So you get with a nigga who's really out here moving things and looking for a wife. None of these bitches are suitable candidates.
Right.
Bria Miles, would you marry Bria Miles? I fuck Bria Miles all day, nigga. She
No, I
come in
won't
and out.
marry her.
Nigga,
No.
you would
Let
would you
me
do?
make a point real quick. Let me make a point real quick about Bria Miles. Bria Miles is a swirler,
Right.
but if she left them white boys alone, there'll be black guys lined up around the corner. Can't
Of
say
Well,
that.
it
course.
was,
Can't say that BWs have the same attitude about us.
yeah,
She's
it
a
was a bunch of
fucking
niggas
10
lined.
point. She's a 10.9. Shit,
It was
easily.
a bunch of niggas lined up for Kim Kardashian. How many of you niggas seen the sex tape where that bitch was sucking Ray J dick?
Yeah, she was going to town. She did her thing.
Would any of you niggas actually marry a woman who was a normal bitch
Fuck no.
that was seen in the sex tape sucking Ray J dick?
Fuck no.
Would any of you niggas be alive and released and free today if a nigga put out a sex tape talking about I hit it first?
but you know what? It all goes to show what resonates as value within their mentality. It's twisted. It seems to be twisted across the board. Because if you look at these three pictures, that sister on the far left, I think she's the far superior. I mean, yeah, that bitch
Yeah,
look like the
I love
motherfucking
them chocolate legs. Them chocolate legs.
Lord have
They
mercy. The
awesome.
chocolate Kit Kat all up
Uh,
in there.
yeah, but
And she
baby
look like she
mama.
praise the Lord, and I ain't no Christian like that. But women that praise the Lord are some freaks. So
Yeah, but baby mama with Pookie, Ray Ray, and Junebug is baby daddies for the 6 kids on the right. And no, not at all.
yeah, I
Yeah,
saw Bria Miles with her Peckerwood, so it is what. Excuse me, her Pilgrim. So it is what it is.
uh, Bria Miles in the middle. I would feed her with a long handled spoon, and yeah,
Yeah.
that spoon is I'm married, so I'm not going to say anything inappropriate. So, but I'll just say I'll feed her a long handle spoon. There'll be trust issues there. It's like, and I don't advocate against interracial dating, but with her and the way she's displayed herself and her preferences, there'll probably be a couple trust issues there.
Right, definitely.
Yeah. So, I
But
mean, I
that
would
she
say,
doesn't have any discrepancies about her understanding of the truth of the image of health.
hey,
That
hey,
she don't
Marco
have
Leonard.
that issue.
Hey, hold on one second. Marco Leonard, look, listen up, man. Listen up. You got to stay off the panelists if I'm to do this. I do like you, and you are just trolling like a motherfucker, but you can't mess with the panelists.
Don't you make your rules. I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
I don't give a fuck. It's
Okay.
obvious. It's obvious who and what he is. It's obvious.
Yeah, you have a very familiar air about you, and I can't put my finger on it yet. But once I do, it's probably gonna be earth shattering. So I'm looking at the way the energy you're giving off. There's some familiarity there. I'm not gonna blow on who I think you really are, but I don't think you're named Marco Leonards.
Right.
But
it's funny. The same guy was begging me a couple of days ago in the chat to help him get his wrench back on another channel. But it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't know who he is. I think we got into a chat exchange several months ago, but I have real estate in his mind, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I mean, but I don't know, Mark. The only thing that Marco didn't say that was completely crazy was acknowledging that I had a kid. But there might be some, there might be some, shit. I mean, Marco, I know is a troll. Marco is funny. To me, he is funny, but I mean, you're kind of rubbing folks the wrong way. So I don't know. don't leave yet. If you do leave, if you're out of here, then you were never a part of this team anyway. So it's just I like to test people in that way. I don't like to treat people like I need them.
Oh,
I don't like to treat people like they need me either, because very easily everyone could just say, "Hey, Kev, fuck you." I mean, I have faced the ultimate realities, and yes, this is going to be a test for you. I mean, the mods, like I did say that, just don't mess with Marco so much. I did say that Marco was cool, so let's try to take it a little bit easier on Marco. I mean, and the reason why I say that is because I've taken plenty of harsh commentary in the past for my stances, especially on Facebook. I am one of the most hated people on Facebook. That is not an exaggeration at all. When they find out what I did, like actually, when people find out what I did, then I am automatically ostracized, and this fake roasting everybody does, that they'll put the laugh emoji on, but all you're really doing is calling me a bitch and gay for like hundreds of comments, and pulling my pick like I actually care. But it's just that I know what it's like to be extremely scrutinized and pushed off, and
right.
people tried to do everything they could to push me off social media. So I mean,
So,
but
so Kev,
Marco Leonard's, I can't do it yet. I will if you stick around.
put Amara La Negra up there, because
Oh
you done mentioned her a
yeah.
couple of times, and I want sisters to understand what black dark beauty is, but also in an aspect of her being, what I'm saying, more of a voluptuous type of woman. What voluptuosity
All
is
right.
actually supposed to be for a black woman?
All right, Marco Leonard. But Marco Leonard, if you feel that way, all right, too bad. People have unsub before.
Listen,
All right,
I've
so
seen Amara La Negra in person. That is
Wow.
a gorgeous, tall ass black. Like
She
it was very unfortunate. Yeah, well, she had high heels on. So
okay.
she was like she looked at least 6 foot. But that motherfucker was gorgeous as shit. It was very unfortunate because I ate an edible and I was sitting in the airport of Miami.
she
Oh
is
my!
beautiful. She is
Oh
beautiful.
That
Lord, have mercy.
she was, and I almost wondered, and I
Mm.
don't know if that was the marijuana that really hit my ass, but it almost looked as if she had tanned, because it wasn't a natural type of black that I had ever seen before. It was, she's dark, but it was a different kind of dark. That
Love
Mm,
motherfucker was
mm,
gorgeous.
her.
mm.
And normally I would have went up and said something, even if I already told my girl, like, listen, nigga, it's certain
Man,
women. I mean, it's like you just gonna have to lead me over. I'm gonna have to take my shot. But that motherfucker was gorgeous, and I was sitting there with the cat in my tongue. And he was just holding the hostage, and I was sitting there, because I was worried about TSA catching me high. But it's a whole nother
Damn.
story. But go ahead. That's a fine ass woman.
Nigga, it's the fact that she rocks on fro. Oh my fucking god.
Whoa, go down, go down, go down here.
Lord have
Who the
mercy.
fuck is that alien? That better not be.
Nah, they probably did a little something to her hair for a shoot or something, but
Nigga, that forehead is
yeah.
unbelievable. I can't do that forehead, nigga. I don't know about that one.
Oh, hold up. No makeup, natural hair. Let's see what that is.
that
That girl
that
fine.
Marla
No
Negra, no
motherfucker.
makeup.
And on top of that, she's
Yeah, nigga,
Oh
let
man.
it
principled.
be that, nigga. Let it be that,
Yeah.
nigga, because
They
nigga,
said
that
the
shit
link to
ruined my
this
whole
photo.
day.
The link to this photo.
Instagram picture, nigga,
Broken over move.
because that last chick looked like a chicken head, nigga. I heard Project Pack in the back. Walk, chicken, chicken.
Nah, it's. I mean, again, for as many people as we said earlier, Kev, for as many people again who want to
Oh,
go
you talking about
over,
this?
all they do is
Oh
bash
god.
black women. All they do is bash black women. They never, like again, they never hear our positive speeches, our praises of black women, our praises, our expressions of what we like,
That bitch is
natural,
fit.
less makeup, fit, just in shape. You don't have to we don't care about the high heel. Like
No.
if you want to do that, that's fine. But you know what I'm saying? We don't care about you walking around in lingerie, everything. Look, we would rather you be natural, normal,
That's it. That's it.
as less of everything else that you're adding to yourself as possible.
It's like
Just to be a
sculpture.
real person.
The black women, y'all need to understand something. Y'all are like sculpture clay. It's not about
I'm,
how much. It's not about how much you accumulate. It's about the large amount that you can take off to reveal the larger aspect of the simplicity of the beauty, which has the greater amount of shine. So
I'm
y'all stick
I'm
to
gonna
y'all
repeal.
naturality, and you got that shit. Y'all putting on this fake shit on yourself, and all you do is fuck yourself up for the men that you say that supposed to protect. You're supposed to be there for. You're supposed to blah 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 all that bullshit. But it's like, wait a minute, if you don't even take into consideration our value system as how we view your worth in attractiveness, it's like, bitch, so what the fuck is you looking at? Is white bitches the one that's running your motherfucking reality with that? My bad. We got a little bit
The,
too
the,
interesting. Relax.
I'll say this: the one in the middle, if that it really is and truly is Amara La Negra, my dick has recast his ballot. Uh,
Ain't that
it's
ever do
completely
magic?
because that like that's supposed to be natural with the mink eyelashes. Yeah, my dick is recast his ballot. That
Hold
forehead,
up, dog.
I
Look, she
can't
a
deal with.
model, dog. She a model, dog. More than likely, she
Fuck that
gonna be.
mean.
More than
Forehead,
likely, she
that
gonna be.
forehead is not a
She,
model.
Nick, it don't. Okay, she got a big
That
forehead.
forehead.
She ain't got that shit with her apples.
Mm,
I don't know. Ain't
I'm
no
a
wrong with her
pass.
having to be. You ever seen
I'm a
Nefertiti,
pass.
Nick? You ever seen the Nefertiti
I'm a
bust?
pass,
That
nigga.
bitch had a big old head, cuz.
Nigga. I had my hairline braid. I got my hair braided yesterday. Uh, the lady, she was like, yeah, on your hairline, and my hairline's really not that bad, nigga. I don't want a kid with a bitch that hairline is worse than mine.
Listen.
I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm a pass. I'm a pass.
Okay. So that's just looks, but you take her on consideration of her principle. You done heard what this chick stands on, right? She ain't
Yeah.
wearing that. She ain't wearing that black by popular demand shirt for no bullshit just because it's trendy and that. You know what I'm
So
saying? She
so
actually out
so
there with the shits.
I take her on what she stands on. But if that was the case, I'd be fucking Daphne. And Daphne is uh she's a chick that be on my channel all the time. She's celeb ID on Facebook. She's more pro black man and standards than Amara La Negra. And she don't have a fucked up hairline. So I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. It's
This
something out here.
nigga
I'm
here,
cool.
cuz. Well, I don't give a fuck how fucked up her hairline is, cause it's that spirit. Cause that hairline gonna get fucked up when y'all 70 and 80 anyway, nigga.
Her spirit is wonderful, but nigga, I can't have your hairline starting where my hairline should
Nigga,
end
look
at.
how
I'm cool.
fine she is. Cuz you serious? You
Yes,
ain't
I'm
gotta worry
serious with
about
that
the
hairline.
hairline when she look, Nick, look.
That
That's
didn't.
her
Yes,
look, dog. That's her natural motherfucking hair. The way she rock her
and
shit in the
her
fro,
her natural
that's
hair, her
primarily what
natural
she
hair
comfortable with.
is pulled down to cover that
It
motherfucking
don't matter.
movie. It
Nick,
mattered to me. I can't do
hold
it.
up, nigga.
Nigga, I'd have
Your
been fucked up.
nuances are unnecessary, cuz.
Nigga, I dropped a broad who had a master's degree. She was cute. She had a little ass. She was cute. She was great. She fuck with me, right? She sent me a picture. She had Cookie Monster panties on, nigga. And the reason I didn't even go back to this bitch house was because she had a
Wow.
patch of back hair, right? Like right over like above the panty line, nigga. It was like a little patch of hair. I couldn't do it. I was like, I can't. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. I got standards, nigga, and that
I give a
standards just
fuck with a
isn't
bitch
there.
that had them 3 or 4 strands around the motherfucking areolas. If they got big ass titties and they got like
Yeah.
3 or 4 strands around
Oh,
the
nigga,
areola,
I'd have been upset about that shit. I've not come across that nigga,
it's
but
natural,
I'd have been
dog.
like, bitch, how dare you? How fucking dare you, bitch? bitch. I'd have been mad. How fucking
You know,
dare
fuck with
you
a really grown
show up?
bitch before. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga, nah, I'm cool, nigga. How dare you, bitch? Nah, nigga. Like, all right, nigga. The pussy, I show up the pussy here, nigga. I can deal with that. All right, cool. Nigga. But if I show up and it look like crinkly curly cues, nigga, it look like an African kid here who ain't had a haircut in 6 months, nigga. Bitch, you got a problem. Like you couldn't
No,
comb it.
nigga,
You
that's
couldn't put a
natural, cuz.
bitch. I
What the
felt like you
fuck?
could put a little
Hold
bit of
up, nigga. Our
relaxer on
women
that
ain't
bitch.
supposed to have no silky pussy hair, nigga. All right?
Nigga, it's not for me, nigga. It's not for me, nigga. Bitch, you knew it was like that when I got here. You didn't want to shave it down, none of that, huh? Nigga, listen, nigga. Nigga. I got the ball shavers from the little Facebook ad, nigga. That shit was $29, nigga.
This
I
nigga be
respect you enough.
manscaping, cuz. Hold up, nigga. You be
He said,
manscaping
he said, look, you couldn't even give it a fade.
Nigga, listen, yes, I do man shave, nigga, my nigga. Yes, I man shave, nigga. It's nothing worse than a bitch sucking your dick and then she puts you. We on Cavs channel, but it's nothing worse than a bra pulling back away from your shit and she catch your ball hair and you not gonna be me, nigga. I'm cool.
You need a bitch with some bigger lips, nigga. That's all that is. Shit.
Nigga, it was cutting the teeth, nigga. And I felt like the bitch had a gap. It's all right, nigga.
Oh, shit. On that note, Kev, I gotta sign off. Thanks for having me up, man. I appreciate it. Y'all have a good night. Long live the habitual line steppers. Y'all
Long live us, nigga. Thank you, much
y'all have
appreciated.
me dying. Y'all have me dying. Y'all have great topics that have me laughing my ass off.
Oh well, tomorrow night's gonna have you rolling.
Nigga, I gotta get up at 5. Nigga, it's a couple hours away. Nigga, I'm gonna stay up. Nigga, fuck it. We here. We here now. Nigga, here now. Nigga, here now.
Okay, how long are we in? Let me check this real quick.
2 hours, 29 minutes. Nigga, everybody left, huh? Okay, this is the real OG habitual line niggas.
Okay, well, Roguish is still here.
I consider this nigga habitual. Honorary habitual nigga. So
Yo, respect. It's an honor, cuz. Respect.
Okay. All right. So the heavy truth about the look of health. Okay. So what would you think in hearing such a title? The heavy truth.
Personally, I mean, it's exactly what it is. I haven't been in the wellness, field since I was, in my early 20s. You realize that health isn't really about health to people. Health is about it's more along the line of how do you say in in abrupt dismissal.
wait, one more time. Say that one more time.
It's more along the line of an abrupt dismissal. People ain't worried about their health. They just don't want to hear any aspect of detrimentality being applied to it, because then that means that they are the cause of it. Like, okay, so being a personal trainer, the demographic is primarily, we're talking around from 23 to around 57, primarily women. And in that, you're supposed to get a certain amount of objective information and subjective information, right? The objective information is that which they're sharing that, everybody deals with, what it is that you do in your job, more than likely, especially doing in these, future times of human society, everybody's going to be associated with something that's applied to a computer or some shit, right? So, largely sedentary, so you can assume that shit. But in the aspect of the subjective, you get to understanding the factors of their reality that they are in direct influence of, that they don't like to take, consideration for. So how they eat, why they eat what they eat, what it is that they eat. And it's just as Judge was saying before he left, It's primarily look. Okay, this is a personal trainer's code that you ain't supposed to tell any type of clientele, but this is the absolute truth. You can hit all of your fitness goals unless they are pertaining to strength through diet alone. In an aspect, a lot of people think that okay, they're supposed to be hitting the gym. Oh, you hit the gym and it's going to happen like that, right? But that's not the way it works. If your metabolism is set on you storing fat as opposed to burning muscle, that is what it's going to be set for. So you have to actually work and effort to
You,
shift your
you,
metabolism.
you're talking about like losing weight. You can lose weight through a caloric deficit, right?
Right.
Which is oftentimes what I do. And for me, I never really lifted. We did weights because you had to. It just kind of was what it was. But it was body weights. It was what I call mediocre weight to kind of keep your blood flowing. And this is simulating a fight.
Right.
And then you have dynamic of people who are trying to be big as shit by lifting heavy weight.
Right.
You have to lift heavy weight in order to get to this point. So there's no way to just eat a certain way and lift heavy. It doesn't happen. You have to actually lift the weight in order to get to that, right?
Right.
Okay.
And that's pretty much what it is. So a lot of women will use the whole aspect of I don't want to get big. But it's like, bitch, you ain't getting ready to do the motherfucking work, and you ain't getting ready to do the motherfucking eating work that it takes to get big. Because getting big is really dealing with caloric intake. And caloric intake really primarily based upon protein, because protein is used to build down broken down muscle. But the thing is, if you ain't building up some broken down muscle, then just like,
Fact.
you know what I'm saying, if it's you or Judge said or alluded to in an aspect of the energy that is spent is either spent or stored. And if it's stored, it can only be stored as fat. But
Yeah,
then
you
we
can get a
get
whole
back
lot of
to the
protein and
whole,
you just be a big bitch.
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? And the thing is, if you look at a big bitch, look at what her motherfucking income is. I bet you her shit is substantial. I bet you her shit is substantial.
That a
And
lot. It's a lot of the big bitches. If you see them on Instagram, you'll see them going to steakhouses. You'll see them going to go out to eat every single
yeah,
night.
yeah.
That was
They they
probably primarily what was part of the issue where I gained a lot of weight because all I did because I was on the road traveling a lot, was eating out,
right,
and then I had to figure out what I could eat and what I couldn't eat. But the dynamic is the big bitches pride themselves on eating good, which is typically healthy for a fat bitch,
right.
where it's not healthy for a woman who's trying to get in shape.
And the whole thing isn't health. The whole thing is comfort.
Yeah.
When you're dealing with black women, you always have to come back to the comfort factor.
Mm,
That which sustains it and that which obstructs it or yeah, that of the like. And
So,
and
so just because I got you on here, well,
yeah,
it's not even my show, but Kev has you on here. One of my coaches told me is sometimes it's good to be hungry. When you're trying to lose weight, it's good to be hungry sometimes, right? Because that's dynamic. Uh, as opposed to being full. Being full often implies that you've eaten some gluttonous shit and your belly is like to the point to where like, full. Whereas hunger is like you've eaten what you've needed for the day, but your body is still saying, I need more, but that's a caloric deficit.
yes, yes. That's the whole thing is you take it in so that the body gets a prompting to burn it. That's all it is. So, like I'm dealing with this chick right now, right? She okay, we just say, she's on the low end BB dub, right? But the thing is, she has a difficulty of adhering to a regimen of, saying frequent nutrition. So she's thinking probably, she's more traditional in her thinking. So she's probably thinking that with every meal that she eats, she needs to be full. It's a cultural type of thing. And with most folks dealing with nutrition, you're dealing with some cultural shit. And depending on the region of the nation that you're in, you got to take that into consideration as well. So, like, say I'm dealing with some Mexican clientele. I'm out here in Texas and shit. I'm dealing with some Mexican clientele, but you got to think
Rice
about what
and
they eat
beans.
culturally. You know what I mean? You got the rice,
Yeah.
you got the, you know what I'm saying, the non-complex carbohydrates, and all, and you know, you can just, you know, just off of GP look at how most Latina women, you know, develop. They get round in the motherfucker in them legs. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah. My thing, so anytime I've ever really lost weight was I put myself on a timer. The timer told me to eat every 2 hours. And I'd be hungry as fuck at the end of the night.
Right.
But the one saving grace was water, a gang of fucking water, and it was I'm trying to think of what the shake was called, but it was like a protein shake, but it was the lean version, so it was only 100 calories.
Right.
And that shit would make me feel like I've done it. I've made it for the day. Oh, and I
You
would
got
be so excited to go to sleep because I knew when I woke up in the morning, I could eat again. But it was
right.
like this for 30, 40, 60 days.
Right.
And I'm constantly on the scale. I'm constantly watching my weight. But I knew the entire time frame I was going to be hungry because
Right.
that's what the fuck it is. Your body has to go into a bit of a starvation mode. While you're not starving yourself, you're still giving yourself the adequate nutrition that
Look,
keeps
yo,
the motor running.
that's exactly what it is. It's a balance. Like, okay, I tell my clientele all the time, I eventually need you to not need me. Yes, I like collecting your money. Yes, I like getting paid $60 an hour for what I do or whatever. But the thing is, ultimately, if this money system wasn't, you know what I'm saying, operative, and I still had the good sense that I have in order to get motherfuckers in proper nutrition status, then that means that this would have to be what I did for the village. You feel me? So,
Right.
you know what I mean? So the whole thing with the money thing, that's just is what it is now. But if I still have these skills and I still have this know-how, this is the obligation that I hold to my folks. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people get caught up in the whole aspect of it's like a 580 put up in there. They
Mhm.
said that you have to work out consistently to the point that you are eating for fuel, not for pleasure. A lot of people tend to eat for pleasure. A lot of people tend to eat based off of cultural conditioning. And so you look at what Black people have had for cultural conditioning for the longest. You know, the average thing is, you know what I'm saying, something fried, right? Some type of carbohydrate that's going to be covered in cheese or something like that. Some type of liquid that's going to contain an overabundance amount of glucose within it, right? And an underabundance amount of physical engagement. So, I mean, you got to think about it. It's fucking 2021. Now, mostly everything is, and dealing with how COVID has, you know, say entered the scene as it has, most things are now dealing with an aspect of convenience, electronic convenience. So what people across the board are primarily dealing with is deconditioning. And now when you're dealing with Black women to where, okay, it actually becomes a fucking culture of deconditioning, you know what I'm saying? Hence, as was Kev was talking about earlier with the advent of what's this name? Monique and all them, you know what I'm saying, doing all that bigging up for big women and shit is the man, I almost forgot what I was saying. I've been smoking too much.
The excuses big women make for being big women, and then they run down to being skinny women at the end of the day, right? So Monique
Right.
lost a bunch of weight. Then you have Lizzo. Lizzo was big bitch positive. Now all of a sudden Lizzo is on a diet kick. Oh, I got to lose this weight because da da da. But it's but don't take away your fan base. And you have so many women being mad at her. And that is a horrible dynamic that we have in our community because like I said, it's vanity and PTSD. These bitches don't want to lose weight. They don't feel like they have to lose weight, but they feel like they want a nigga who has 8% body fat.
And that's the sad part. That's the really sad part. But that also shows you that okay, you're dealing more with a social conditioning than it is of their actual personal preference. You're dealing with social conditioning, and in that regard, much as new 580 say eating for fuel, the thing is, okay, so most that's why I asked Dragons, do he think most sisters is actually more on the mesomorphic side of the game as opposed to being endo and ecto? You know what I'm saying? Because those supposed to be the body levels towards where thinness is actually within your alignment of reality, or you've been able to achieve thinness or achieve a higher level of fitness, right? So in the aspect of cultural, you got to think about what it is that black women have been, what I'm saying, social conditioned to eat, and then think about what they've been social conditioned to believe to be the value perspective of their physical body, and then think about what they're being social conditioned to think about, what I'm saying, what they believe to be the value perspective of their spiritual person. You know what I'm saying? Because holism is all across the board right now. You know what I'm saying? These bitches is getting all kinds of, what I'm saying, self accolades and accolades from, what I'm saying, other women in an aspect of poetry. So that means that when it comes to receiving something that would be instrumental to their reality, they're probably, what I'm saying, kind of ill-equipped to be able to do so.
Within our community,
Well,
as a general whole, right? The food that we make is not healthy. It's just not. We,
Right.
we have the raw parts of the pig. We have the ridiculous parts of the pig, the cow, uh, e- every animal down the line, like chicken. Niggas eat gizzard.
Right.
Gizzard is a weird ass fucking animal. Delicious, don't get me wrong.
I'm about to
But
say,
this
hold up, cuz you don't like gizzards, nigga?
nigga is fire, nigga. I've been making them for years, nigga. Don't get me wrong, nigga. It's delicious, but this is some weird shit that we shouldn't like, nigga. You really making like you
Right.
like the little chodal part, nigga, like that part, nigga. But like none of that shit that we're eating is considered healthy, like on a real
Right.
scale. Like,
Right. Right.
so it's a lot of
Culture.
pork. It's fried chicken,
Right.
right? Not healthy. Uh, even collard greens, right? When you eat greens, you have collard greens that are healthy, and
Right.
then you put in, depending on how you make it, but chicken stock, and then you put in on a healthy aspect, smoked turkey. But really, what niggas put in it is what?
Neck
Pig's foot,
bones. Yeah.
neck bones,
Yeah.
that shit, right? Bacon, nigga, niggas putting the grease, add, add to the shit. A lot of the shit we eat is not fucking healthy from
We ain't
jump
hungry
street.
than a motherfucker hearing this shit, cuz what the fuck?
So, it's a hard uphill battle when you're black
Right.
and you're talking about trying to eat healthy. So when these motherfuckers come out with these radical books like that, Dr. Sebi, the shit is treasonous almost. Cause motherfuckers like, I want to hear that shit. We've been
Sorry.
eating this shit since I was a kid. Ha ha. It's hard as fuck. The biggest reality breaker for me was my girl.
Right.
My girl eats beans for breakfast, and I was like, "This is some weird shit." Like I like you a weirdo, right? But I went to the store to try to accommodate her and try to be on some sweet shit because this is my wife. So I'm like,
Cupcaking. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, like so. I went and got her some Heinz beans, and I opened the can and I put it out there,
Heinz.
and I
Heinz
made
makes beans?
Heinz beans, yeah. And I made it with some eggs, some bacon. Our bacon is different from there, so it's just a whole different situation in general. I
Right,
made it
right.
with eggs, bacon, and toast, and a little bit of avocado on the side, and brought it into the room. And this nigga looked at me like I was crazy because she was like, "Did you put sugar?" She was like, "Did you put sugar in the beans?" And I was like, "What, nigga? Why? Who fucking put sugar in beans?"
Yo, slave ass nigga.
Like, who put sugar in beans? And she looked at it, she was like, it's horrible. I can't eat it. And that shit made me wake up to the amount of sugar that we have and shit.
Right.
Sugar, as you know, sugar turns into fat.
Yeah,
How much
hold on. Wait,
sugar
wait,
do
wait,
we
wait,
have
wait. So you actually put sugar in the beans and put motherfucking eggs and all that shit with it?
No, nigga, I didn't put no sugar in the beans. This was the
Oh.
shit as it came from the store here.
Holy shit.
And she was tripping out over that. And I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And
Whoa.
she had said it on multiple occasions beforehand. Like I gave y'all the instance with the oh yeah, I gave y'all the instance with the cereal. Like the
Right.
cereal, I was like, this is a bullshit ass cereal. Like who the fuck would come out with this shit, right? But that was real life in the UK. They don't put a lot of sugar in a lot of the shit that they eat.
So they don't.
So
It's not even processed in. It's not even in process in the you know what I'm saying everyday ordinary shit.
the the majority of the shit, for according to her, right? And y'all could take this and run with it, or it could just be suspect. I don't, how you want to look at it. The majority of the shit that we eat in America has a high amount of sugar or a high amount of salt.
Facts. Yeah.
So when you look at it from a dynamic of other countries they may eat shitty. It's not as shitty as we eat because it is affordable for these corporations to do it that way,
Right.
and the fillers and all the little bullshit that they put in there makes it that much easier to feed us for a cheap rate,
Right. Right. Right.
causing us to be a lot bigger than the rest of the world and the country.
Hmm. So okay. So question in the aspect of these chicks being big as they is, you know what I'm saying, and valuing that as how they do. And could it be said that okay, what's the time threshold for them being declared women of the system to that degree? And really possibly not.
Women of the system, like
Yeah.
what, like just totally taking over, just like
Not no,
like
not no, not well, okay. When you say taking over, you talking about as their consciousness being under, you know what I'm saying, influence or what?
yeah, like consciousness is like gone, like bitch. Oh, it's no saving you.
Right. So I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because this is the whole thing. Uh Kwame Ture used to speak of in an aspect of a consciousness being able to be reversed and a consciousness not being able to be reversed. So my thing is how, you know what I'm saying, at what level can these sisters partake of the programming that they partake of and actually creating amongst themselves cultures of self-assurance and what I'm saying, I guess congratulative energies amongst one another, because we before we declare that okay, you know what, then they belong, like motherfuckers say, they belong to the streets. You know what I'm saying? They belong to the motherfucking matrix streets, as far as however wherever they present themselves.
So I feel like it's largely unfair because this is what I'll do. Uh, Propaganda, right? Propaganda is very very strong in America.
Right.
Uh, if I was to say I want to be like, you can finish that, right? Who do you want to be like?
Right. Well, I mean, I'm old school, so when I hear I'm gonna be like, I just think Mike, but not at
Right. So,
41.
but that's how that advertisement went,
Right,
right?
right.
So at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you kids are programmed from McDonald's.
Okay.
McDonald's is love. That's what the narrative has always been. That's what the propaganda they've spun has been. So I don't feel like it's fair to be like, eh. But however, when you get to be grown, you see certain things.
Right.
So you have to take accountability. When I was a grown up, I understood McDonald's is crazy. I saw Super Size Me.
Right.
Super Size Me blew my whole fucking mind. Still watched the movie while eating chicken nuggets, didn't give a fuck, but it still blew my mind.
I hate that.
So it's a hard sell because you've been indoctrinated from a young fucking age. But at a certain point, you realize shit is bullshit, and you go from there.
Right. Hmm.
So it kind of depends on the individual person. But I feel like everybody knows at a certain point it's fucked up. You just got to be able to accept it.
Right. Right.
All right. All right, we got a super chat, new 580. Great streaming topic. Salute, fellas. Okay, salute to you as well, and thanks for your generosity. Really
Respect.
appreciate you supporting the channel. And I do get quite a few super chats, and I will tell you that when I do get paid, that I will put it into a little better equipment, maybe a better microphone or something. Just invest into pushing this YouTube channel because I want it to grow as big as possible because I want to be able to offer some leverage, like some realistic leverage to the Black manosphere. I feel like having a habitual line steppers around does add leverage,
Right.
and with time, everyone will see that we are 100% on board. But it's just that if you do come across broadcasts like such as these, such as Donnie's on YAS4W and Rogish the Build Monger, give us a sub. It's saying we all got great content, and this Black manosphere, has a lot of great people in it. So when you listen to what the haters have to say, take it with a grain of salt because that's exactly what they are at the end of the day, a grain of salt.
Exactly. And you know what I'm
Not
saying?
even worthy of touching my ribeye steak.
If y'all subbing to a cat's page, yeah, I'm on my way to trying to make 1,000 because I'm actually looking to monetize my page, but I'm turning my page towards a resource center for children. It was first for children for the ages of 3rd grade to 6th grade, but after speaking with my business partner, she trying to become, wife or some shit, but she got some good ideas and everything. In an aspect and she's an educator. So, to get me
Hard
to work.
road not taken.
Yeah, I mean, look, I respect I respect educators on the level as motherfuckers respect soldiers. You know what I'm saying? So as a veteran, motherfuckers always telling me, "Oh, thank you for serving the country." Right? So I tell educators, yo, thank you for serving the future. You know what I'm saying? Because I've ever since a child been respecting them on that level. But yeah, she, you know what I'm saying? So she got some, and she's a little bit of a BB dub. But the thing is, she's moving in the right vein with some things, right?
But you know what though? Let's break down that BBW thing.
Yeah.
Okay, BBW can stand for 2 acronyms. The most widely known one is Big Beautiful Woman.
Right.
Just to differentiate between fat and beautiful, saying that they could be both. And the acronym I like to use quite often is Beautiful Black Woman.
Right.
When I see a beautiful Black woman, that's just she a BBW also. She a good BBW. So
and you know what? That's what it is. That's what it is. She's a beautiful Black woman. She got a little bit of size to it. She ain't too big, but the thing is, I'm a fucking
beautiful Black woman can fit all.
Nah, I'm a shallow Hal type of motherfucker when it comes to things like that. You know what I'm talking about? Shit, if a bitch gonna get some motherfucking eye candy with me, okay, so let me get some eye candy with you. Shit.
Yeah. But okay, shout out to Kevbmbbh. Thanks for tuning in once again. Kevbmbbh is a regular. Rogish dropped off, so he'll probably come back up if he wants to. But yeah,
Rogish, please come back up, nigga. I need to talk to you in the after chat. But go ahead.
Yeah, he coming. Here he is. Here he is. But yeah, yeah. But look, here's the deal, everyone. I'm gonna have to go ahead and cut this stream.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
yes.
We gonna
Yeah.
put that free music, nigga.
Y'all stay. Yeah. But yeah. Y'all stay behind, Roger. Stay behind, Danny. We'll chat for a little bit. Uh, but uh, anyway, just go ahead and get y'all final statements in, and then I'll go ahead and go.
All right, so let me get mine
Unless
in.
unless
All right,
someone
so
else wants to pop up, or I mean,
uh,
let me say this real quick. Unless someone else wants to pop up, or someone else wants to extend this stream for a little bit longer, we do. I am used to doing 5 hours, but that is kind of long. Um, and I really want to put a lot of energy into Sunday nights, into any given Sunday. So really, everyone watching and everyone that watches the replay, I hope you're tuning in for Sunday's show. So, Rogish, go ahead.
all right, respect. Long live the habitual line steppers. Thanks, Kev, for the hospitality as always. Hey, black women, y'all listening to this? Look. All you have to do is maintain a certain level of consistency, but it has to come with an intrinsic motion movement. So one thing that I always ask my clientele is, a lot of people like, all right, this is what the goal that I want. They either want a big booty or they want Michelle Obama arms or they want a flat stomach or some shit. And my thing is that I always tell them, it's like, look, give yourself a passionate motion to engage. That means that you are going to create a lifestyle perspective towards where you have to maintain a level of physical engagement that permits you to execute that passionate motion. If it can be rollerblading, it can be roller skating, skiing, or whatever the fuck. I don't give a fuck what it is you like to do. But the thing is, get your big ass doing something physical that make you feel good towards where you would be prompted to create a lifestyle that would permit you to partake of that physical motion. And then you have a natural intrinsic factor. And it just don't take a doctor telling you, well, bitch, you're getting ready to lose your lung or a kidney or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Let's make it intrinsic. Let's keep it organic. And y'all get there. You know what I'm saying? You'll get to that Bria Miles stage or that one bitch that was in that white, you know what I'm saying, on the left side. But you know what I'm saying, as always, hey, yo, respect to y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all take care of yourself and peace.
Rogan, stay on, please, by all means. 'Cause, I gotta holler at you in the back chat. But
Yes, sir.
listen, fellas and ladies, especially ladies, we love y'all in any shape that y'all come in. We love y'all. However, we don't want really big bitches. That's just what it is. And it's a lot of really big bitches in the community trying to push that as the normal. Uh, Lizzo, she didn't believe that, but because she didn't think that she could get onto that level, she didn't want to be on some extra shit, and she didn't want to grow as a person and get to a healthy physical weight. We don't want that. We don't want that. Lizzo, even herself, is dropping that weight and trying to get to a manageable, healthy weight. Another example is Doja Cat. Doja Cat was a little big. That was a little big, a little big bed winch. Got with a personal trainer, dropped it down.
Mm,
Adele, etc. We can go down the list, right?
right.
Ultimately, we love black women. Y'all are gonna be bigger than white women. That's just what it is. White women eat herbs. Them bitches is not gonna be able to get to that level. When y'all run around looking like Monique, y'all gotta understand, you can't push that on us as the standard for black culture. We want a fit, feminine woman. A lot of y'all ain't fit. A lot of y'all ain't feminine. So I'm just gonna put it like this: you ain't shit for watching. Nigga on the panel, they ain't shit. Guess what? I ain't shit, and you ain't shit for watching. This is my habitual line stepper brother. This is Kev. He's running this panel like a motherfucking Don. You gonna see this
There you
motherfucker
go.
is a top premier manosphere motherfucker. So is Rogish. Rogish gonna be eventually running around like us. We all moving pushing, doing big things. So we appreciate you reviewing, listening to our perspective. Tune in, check us out. Kev, shout out to you. Great panel, another great show. Salute. I'm out. Now play that jazz music when you get done, nigga.
Yeah, yeah. All right, y'all. Just for a final statement, I won't be very long. A couple minutes. Just yeah. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna lie. I got some big women in my family, and they probably would not have liked this conversation right here. But these conversations need to be had because I tried to tell them too. What I'm saying I'm not gonna bite my tongue with anybody that's close to me. So yeah, I definitely won't bite my tongue to the viewing audience. I mean, it's not shaming if the ultimately the intention is to have you healthier and more attractive to the opposite sex. Stop listening to what these feminists and these other women tell you what is attractive, especially if you are a heterosexual. I know that women can get more away with more of talking about how other women looks as far as what's positive and what's negative. And some of y'all are some mean bitches to each other. A lot of that, what y'all say about men and us accepting of the beauty standards, that's projection. If a
Facts.
black if a man tells you what it if a man that like Maya Angelou, she tried to and things happen to her. Things happen to her, and she had really a really negative outlook on black men. But she did say one thing: if someone tells you who they are,
Believe them.
believe them. So when a black man tells you what he likes as far as a beauty standard, and it does not include blonde hair, pale skin, thin lips, and pancake booty, then you don't need to be mad when it does not include a really big, unhealthy looking woman as well. I mean, men like what they like. Now, I'm not saying all men like thin, curvy. Uh, not all men like the in shape, thin. Stick girls. Some men like a
Okay.
little cushion. Some men do actually, and I'm not going to discount those brothers because, like I said, I grew up in a place where I seen plenty of big women that were
Right.
in happy couples and happy marriages. But at the end of the day, obesity is the number one one of the top killers in the black community.
Say
And
that.
what we need to do is, if it does take a little shaming, I'm sorry, is a cruel reality. We need to get back to a standard of health that puts us ahead of, and I mean, like, if you want to be a race soldier, say other races, or just but as individuals, put you ahead of other people in general, because America generally is not a healthy place. But as an individual, you can make that decision. But trying to decide what's beautiful to a actual grown ass man, that's something that unfortunately you won't be able to shame enough men into doing. Now, I do agree with WizKid, Yasa KV, what in his many names, and please, like, if he's out there listening, Women's Rail Pit Society, you're gonna catch heat for that forever. That's pretty much an oxymoron, but I do agree with him that there's a lot of simps out there that do accept this,
Right.
and they are shamed into accepting it. I mean, they have that big mama complex, so they figured that I can just get by with at least I get by with at least not shaming her or telling her she's beautiful, but everybody's not going to have that disposition.
Right.
Okay, see, so I guess what we can do is help those who want to be helped with this, and other people to suffer the consequences if they won't do what they have to do to keep their health maintained and preserved. But as far as the women go, you might as well start listening to these men on this, because I mean, it could be a thousand Lizos. That's just gonna be that's just gonna make y'all look worse by the end of the day.
Facts.
It's not a healthy look, and it's not a healthy feel mentally, emotionally, or physically, because I can tell you right now there are mental breakdowns all the time because despite the fact that they try to irradiate this confidence, there are mental breakdowns. You hear stuff about these all the time talking about she don't feel beautiful. So as an individual who is already in this situation, you know how bad that feels. So if you are in a position to help someone, you would want to discourage them from having to go through the trials and tribulations of being unhealthy and being overweight. But it's
Facts.
but you ought to want to discourage them. I mean, encourage them. But we live in this generation and I'm just gonna say in 2021, they are making endless strides to make us as a people soft as fuck, and this is just one of the ways to do it. So I mean, let's start revisiting what makes us great as a people from the bottom to the very top, and vice versa. So that's it. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the cash apps, and also some. And let me say this: although some amounts are greater than others, they are all appreciated. They're all appreciated. It's extra, and I am eternally grateful for the support. And I will continue to bring you great content. And stick with me. Stick with the habitual line steppers. We're going to evolve. Our content's going to evolve as well. So we're on to something here. And we would love for you to stick with us. Thanks once again to the greatest chat on social media, and to the moderators that keep everyone in line. Marco, it's whatever, but I do have I do kind of think you're funny and cool, but at the same time. There's certain standards and codes we have to go by because because the time of fortification for the Black Manosphere is on the way, and I hope that at least 60 or 70% of the guys are ready for it, because it's like,
Facts.
yeah, because it's getting to that point to where we're gonna have to start learning how to protect ourselves and protect look out for the others in the spirit as well. Forming a true brotherhood with a few sisters involved too. So just keep that on your mind. And as always, we make this content because we want to give you our real world perspective on things. It's not You're not gonna get these kinds of things anywhere else unless you know us from other places. YAS4W is about to start an Instagram page, so he's gonna do a lot of short videos and such, and I want you to check the brother out. He got some cool things. I've been knowing him for
Hey,
a few years, and I have all the faith in the world that he's going to be able to entertain and inform. But above all, we're self-respecting Black men, and we love Black women, no matter what these people say about us as individuals or as the Black YouTubers or the Black Manosphere. We do love Black women, and there is nothing you can tell me as a living, breathing, red-blooded, heterosexual Black man to think otherwise. I mean, you can say on the
Please
exterior,
believe.
"Look, you say this and you can say that." I'm not going to say things that people like. See, no. Wait a minute. Let me say that a little bit better. Let me clean that up. Everything I say, you're not gonna like. You will love some of it, but it's all in love. So anyway, this is Kev, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Thank you for tuning in, and please join us for any given Sunday, Sunday evening, and every Sunday, on YouTube and within the Black Manosphere. So, Donnie, you got something to say? You're off mute.
long live the habitual line steppers.
Long live the habitual line steppers. And Kev, we trust. See you later.